Hi guys, welcome back to the SN Studio. Stevie G here, and here we are once again in the darkest of millenniums, 30th millennium, and we've got quite a treat for you today. We've got a 3,000 point battle, Dark Angels against Imperial Fists. We've decided to go for the most competitive list that we can build with the collection that we have here at the studio. So instead of going for a thematic, looks good list, we're going to go competitive. So this is going to be quite cheesy. So if you're lactose intolerant, please turn around. So as you can see on my shoulder, we've got a forested world with a ruined outpost. Why is the Imperial Fist and Dark Angels fighting in the 30th millennium? Well, confusion reigns in the final years of the Dark Millennium. An element of the Dark Angels have breached through the Veil and are arriving near Sol system, and the Imperial Fist, not knowing their friends or foes, try to stop them. Eventually, sanity prevails, communications are restored, and everything returns to normal. You'd like to think. But anyway, so Dark Angels and Imperial Fists, two of the most competitive legions out there in my opinion. Both happen to be Loyalists, but hey, it pays to be Loyalist. And nothing, we're playing War of Lies, because I think it's quite thematic with the confusion that's reigning at this part of the campaign. And well, that's about it. Let's stop beating around the bush and join Pardo for his list.
Hey guys, I am back on the battlefield with my Imperial Fist. Now, as Stephen has stated at the beginning of this battle report, we are playing competitive Horus Heresy, if that's a thing. So I've brought a list with a lot of teeth, probably the most competitive list I can bring with the Imperial Fists. And to tell you the truth, Imperial Fists without a good list are competitive anyway. So I've gone for the Stone Gauntlet Rite of War. Yes, the Stone Gauntlet is very, very good. Some will say a bit too good, and I'm one of them. So first of all, for my HQ, we have Pollux. Now, he is a newly painted model, so thank you very much to our studio painter Benji. Alexis Pollux is finally here, and he obviously is my Warlord because he will be my only HQ. Moving on to elites for today. First of all, we have a Contemptor Talon. Two Contemptors for today, both of them equipped exactly the same. Both of them have Gravis autocannons, Gravis fists, and inbuilt multi-melters to go with them. I also have a big unit of Cataphracti Terminators, a unit of 8 to be exact. I have Solarite Gauntlets on 5 of them. No, I've got Solarite Gauntlets on all of them, so 8 with Solarite Gauntlets, and I've got 5 with the Vigilus Storm Shield on them as well. And then I've got 3 of them with no shield, but combi bolters just because of points. Then we have a Apothecarian detachment of 2 apothecaries with chainswords, no upgrades on them. Obviously, they will be joining probably the Phalanx squads for some tasty 5-up Fear No Pain, or if they're an objective, they do have Heart of the Legion with this Rite of War, so a 4-up in Fear No Pain, as well as their 4-up Invulnerable save with a reroll. Yes, that is disgusting. Then we move on to troop choices for today. So the Stone Gauntlet Rite of War actually makes my Phalanx Wardens become troop choices. So I've got 2 Phalanx Warden units, 2 units of 10, and these guys are great. The Stone Gauntlet makes them even better. I've got Artificer Armor on my Sergeant. I have a Thunderhammer as well, upgrade on him, and a Vexilia to go with the unit. Both units are exactly the same and have a dedicated transport of a Proteus Land Raider with heavy bolter, hull-mounted heavy bolters, and sponson las cannons. No further upgrades on them. Lastly, in the troop slots, I have a tactical squad. Just because of the Rite of War, I need the same amount of troop choices as I need in elites and fast attack. So a tactical squad of 10. I've got Artificer Armor on the Sergeant. I have a Vexilia in the unit, a Solarite Power Fist as well, or Gauntlet with the Sergeant, and he is wielding a Plasma Pistol as well. Then lastly, in my heavy support choices, first of all, I have a heavy support choice. They are upgraded to have assault cannons, and then upgraded to have illustrious assault cannons, which are, I'm going to say it, they are broken. 4 shots each, strength 6, hitting on 2s because they are Imperial Fists, and rending on 6-up. They are absolutely disgusting, and you probably have seen them before in play in our other battle reports. DC absolutely hates them. So yeah, hopefully they will perform again in today's battle report. They will have a Rhino as a dedicated transport with a multi-melter addition to it as well. Then lastly, I have a Spartan tank. I've paid for flare shields upgrade on them, heavy bolter, hull-mounted weapon, and of course we have the las cannon sponsons to go with them. They will probably be the dedicated transport for my Terminators and Pollux himself. So looking forward to it. That is my list. 3,000 points on the nose as well. So with that said, let's take a look at Stevie G's army, and that's coming up next.
Hi guys, so now it's time to talk you through my 3,000 point Dark Angel list. For Rite of War, I've gone with the Unbroken Vow, which doesn't really give me many bonuses. It gives me +1 attack to a Deathwing character if he's within 12 of an objective. Better that than nothing, I guess. All other bonuses don't apply to the army as it is. So as a HQ choice, I've got Corswain. Of course I've got Corswain. He's one of the best all-round characters in 30k. He is dangerous in melee, he buffs your army reasonably well, and he's not that expensive. So for me, all to include. To go with him, a strong 10-man retinue of Deathwing companions with a mixture of the best melee weapon in the game, Terranic Greatsword, Power Fists for cracking open armor, and the combination of the Aegis and Calibanite Warblades for all other eventualities. So obviously they go with Corswain. That's one of my Death Stars, and they'll be riding around in a Land Raider covered in las cannons, so that we can reach out and touch something before we reach out and stab something. Yeah, that works. Elites. We've got a Talon of 2 Contemptor Dreadnoughts, both armed with Gravis las cannons. Yeah, and Dreadnoughts, they're very meta, they're very powerful. We only have 2. I'd like to take as many as I can, but what can you do? What can you do? We live and we get by. Another Elite's choice, we've got a 10-man Interemptor squad, Dreadwing Interemptors. Area denial unit. Nobody dares charge them, nobody wants to be close to them in the shooting phase as well. They've got a dedicated transport, another Land Raider covered in las cannons, so that we can popple the transports and that Stephen Pardo may be bringing. So bit of versatility there, but yeah, horrible unit to face. Lovely unit to command, but I know Pardo's bringing some absolute nasty stuff too, so should go well. And my final Elites unit is a unit of 5 Inner Circle Cenobium Knights. Very powerful melee unit, and of course they're going to ride to war in a very powerful vehicle, a Spartan. So again, las cannons all over the place, flare shields, tough, survivable. What can I say? You know, I'm a horrible human being. And then we're going to troops. So the troops, your bare bones. I've got 2 10-man tactical squads with a Vaxilla, and the sergeant has a power sword and a plasma pistol, and rhinos to carry them around to ferry them to the objectives, because nothing else really has scoring in the army, and a multi-melter on each rhino. And finally, because I had some points left over, I thought, why don't heavy support a Cytheron squadron? 2 Volkite Culverin sponsons, big accelerator cannon on the top, for a bit of the las cannons on the Land Raiders can take care of the armor, the Culverins and the accelerator can take care of any infantry. I hope that's the plan. And yeah, it's fairly simple. Get close, flame them with plasma, and then stab them. What can I say? I'm a simple kind of guy. So without much further ado, I've ranted enough. Let's get stuck in. Let's go to the battlefield for what's going to be an absolute grueling, absolute slugfest of a battle.
The Imperial fists maneuvered through the thick forestry. The ancient trees stretched into the skyline, creating a canopy that blocked the moonlight. The dead of night made progress difficult, with the sons of dawn cautiously making ground in well-drilled tactical advances. Their genetic enhancements helped them traverse the terrain. Using the trees as cover, the 7th Legion pushed onwards, bolters raised, scanning the foliage for signs of movement. The enemy had been indicated to be positioned within the area, yet the overwhelming darkness made identification difficult. A glimpse of movement and a snap twig was all it took. From eerie silence to an eruption of warfare, with both sides unleashing a wrathful volley that illuminated the forest, bursts of muzzle flash from bolter rounds and the explosion of grenades that set the forest ablaze.
The armies are deployed, the battlefield is ready, and we are ready for war. War flies for today, 3,000 points, Dark Angels versus Imperial Fists. And if you skip the introduction, you will know that we're being naughty on both sides. We've tried to bring as much of the cheese-infested units as we can to show you just how strong these can actually be.
If you're lactose intolerant, turn away.
Yes, turn away. Switch off right now.
Bad.
Okay, so War of Lies, there is 5 objectives on the table. One which we place in the middle, right, which is this one, which also interacts for your Rite of War.
Indeed.
Which is called...
You've got
You said it at the beginning. So
I said it at the beginning.
So it doesn't matter. But obviously interacts because if I hold it, I get an extra point at the end of the game, and if you hold it, you get D3.
Yeah, plus the point for it being a normal objective.
Yes, because it's a bit difficult one, because this mission actually tells you to actually put one in the middle, and your Rite of War tells you to put it in the middle. So we didn't want to put one just beside each other, so that one interacts for both sides. Then we both actually place 2 objectives on each side. So Stevie's actually gone for my side. He's actually placed one there. And which one was the other one you placed?
The other one I placed was
this one, right?
Yeah.
And I placed one on this side, and I placed one on my deployment. Well, just out of my deployment, just inside this ruin.
Very Imperial Fist.
Very Imperial Fist. I'm going to be defensive. You're going to be offensive.
Well, I'm going to have to go in there and dig you out of your trench lines, aren't I?
Exactly. Now,
can't let Imperial Fist dig in. Got to dig him out.
No. You won the first roll-off,
Yeah.
which is the roll-off that you... Do you want to win? I think I would prefer getting the stealing of the initiative and firing all those las cannons against you.
Knowing your luck, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen, yeah. And something that I've realized whilst we were deploying is we've got the more or less exactly the same vehicles on the table. I've got 2 Phobos Land Raiders, I've got a Spartan, you've got 2 Phobos and a Spartan. You've got 1 Rhino? No,
2 Rhinos.
2 Rhinos. I've got 1 Rhino. So
and I've got a Cytheron.
And we both have 2 Dreads as well.
I've got the Cytheron.
And you've got the Cytheron, that's true. Okay, so let's take a look at your deployment first. Take us through.
I mean, not really much to go on. I've only got 2 troops choices with line.
Yes.
So I've got to husband that resource very...
Those are very important.
Yes, so they're deployed more or less in cover, as much cover as I can get them.
Yeah.
And everything else is pretty self-explanatory. Close to the front as I can get them.
Yeah.
To push them forward and not allow the Imperial Fists to set up those bolt gun lines or any of that nastiness. I know Pardo's got some nasty surprises waiting for me when I get there.
Yes, I've already tried to explain how good Imperial Fists are to Stevie G, but I don't.
You have to learn things the hard way.
Exactly.
And now, I'm hoping he's going to learn about Terranic Greatswords.
I played Dark Angels, so remember that. I know how good
if he let me take out the Dark Angels, you got to know he's got something even worse.
So what's in which one here? So on my right we have...
So on your right, my left, this is the Deathwing Companions.
Okay.
And over here we have the Dreadwing Interemptors.
Okay.
And in here we have the Warlord with the Cenobite Inner Circle Knights.
Perfect. Okay. Let's take a look at the Imperial Fists now. So let's start from right to left. We have the heavy support squads with the illustrious assault cannons in the Rhino. We've got the only tactical squad here, but it isn't my only line because I've got my Phalanx War line for this specific Rite of War. So Phalanx in there, phalanx in here, and then we have obviously my Warlord with a big squad of Terminators in the Spartan in the center of the battlefield. So hopefully we will have a big clash just about there in the middle, because it is an important place on the battlefield. And then on the flank, we basically have my two Contemptors, hoping to create havoc for that flank.
Yeah.
Running through the woods.
Woods are my territory. I'm a Dark Angel, okay?
That's true.
This is my playing field.
Okay.
You stick to your ice planet.
Stay out of it. Okay, so I think it's time to steal the initiative.
Yeah, go for it.
Now, I've got a special stealing of the
here we
initiative
go.
dice. So it's 5-sided with SN logo, and then we do have an I just stole side. So let's see if I'm lucky. I think I'm going to steal the initiative.
I know
and
you are.
I think you know as well.
I know, yeah.
No, that is
Ooh.
an SN logo. So I haven't stolen the initiative. That means Dark Angels are going first. Catch you back after movement. Coming up next. Okay, we are back after movement for turn 1 for the Dark Angels. Being as aggressive as you can be. We knew this was happening. You stated it at the beginning. It is what you do.
It's not very competitive, giving away your game plan.
Now I'm going to put you on the spot again.
Uh-huh.
What is your Rite of War?
Taking a vow of secrecy.
Okay.
And Dark Angels do not break their vows.
Because it is called the...
Drumroll, the Unbroken Vow.
The Unbroken Vow.
I know that's bad, guys.
And you
but
broke
we
it.
apologize.
I found it funny, actually. I found it funny. Okay, so take us through your movement.
Nothing much, really. The tactical squads, which are very valuable.
Have stayed put.
No, they've actually scurried around to hide a bit better.
Oh, even better, yeah.
All my vehicles have moved forward half movement, so I can get the maximum amount of DACA out.
Okay.
And the Dreadnoughts have rushed forward because Dreadnoughts don't care.
That's exactly what they do, right?
I'm going to try and whittle down some...
Imperial Fists?
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at your gun line and I've just lost my train of thought.
I know, but
it's
you
horrifying.
You have quite a big gun line as well, right?
Yeah.
It's not just me, so...
Yeah, but you are a jammy git with your dice rolling.
I know, I'm a better roller than you, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the movement, nothing else in play. What's your Warlord for Corswain? Do you know, is he just in combat, or have I put you in the spot again?
What?
Just
repeat the question.
Your Warlord trait for Corswain. Because I know Pollock's basically...
He gives like an extra heck on Tonistica.
Yeah,
did I get that right, guys?
I never know how to say it. Because, just to point out that Alexis Pollock's Warlord trait actually makes me... I can redeploy a unit just before. Obviously, if I go first, it's better because I just fish you in with a unit and then move him out the way.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just in case you have something like that.
But yeah, alas, you didn't because you didn't go first. So
okay, yeah, my
you
Warlord trait
have
is
enough
now...
cheese without suddenly...
Okay.
Land Raider not here, over there.
Let's go on to shooting, coming up next. Starting off the shooting phase, we have the first Contemptor firing into my...
Land Raider.
Land Raider, my first Phobos Land Raider. Now, do I Shroud against you already? 2 shots. Let's Shroud against you on... Wait, he's probably going to shoot at me. There's more las cannons there. So I won't Shroud with this one.
That's a wise move.
All yours.
Okay, so firing into your... Some rerolling ones to hit because of Iron Wing.
Yep. No night fighting, by the way. We've chosen not to have night fighting.
So, and I need 5 to glance.
Yeah, 5 to glance, yeah.
Come on, 6s.
And you reroll because you have Sunder.
Oh yeah.
Both of them.
Let's see.
Nothing.
Okay, that wasn't terribly good.
Okay. We move on to the Sicarian, or do you want to have more?
Yeah, let's move on to the Sicarian.
Okay,
he can only see a Dreadnought, so let's fire some accelerator cannon.
Everything into the Dreadnoughts?
Yeah, everything's going into Dreadnought because I can't really see anything else.
Perfect.
So, again, I'm not getting my rerolls because you're not a vehicle, because Dreadnoughts aren't vehicles.
Nope.
So,
hitting on
3s,
yeah.
And
this is the accelerator autocannon?
This is the accelerator autocannon. So
strength is
7.
7.
So 4s to wounds,
4s to
6s
wounds.
are rending.
Which is what you want.
Yes. So
ooh, nice.
So we have 2 rending, and can I... Do I see it with the... I only see it with one of the 2 Volkites.
Okay.
So I'm just going to shoot the Volkite.
Perfect.
So 3s. Oh, not good. Strength 6. So 5s. Nothing.
Nothing. And you do have a heavy bolter as well, so it's 4 shots.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the heavy bolter.
I always forget about the heavy bolter, so I'm reminding you.
Okay, and 6s.
Okay.
So
2 at 2 plus.
Wait, and there was a wound as well from the accelerator.
Yes, so 2 ups and 2 5-ups basically.
Yeah.
From the rending. I'll do the rending first, so 5-ups. Fail both, and these are 2-ups, which I passed 2. So down to 4 on that Dreadnought. Do you know if you have a target for the Spartan? Because we can carry on shooting if you want.
Everything's gonna move along sequentially.
Thank you.
So the Spartan is going to go straight into him.
Okay.
You do get a cover save from these.
Yep.
Not from the other ones.
Yes, so we have to
So
do
do you want to do you want to shroud yourself?
I'm going to shroud because
Yeah.
there's far too many las cannons and they're twin linked as well. So
Yeah. So I'm going to fire the first one, which is
the cover save one.
I mean, you're shrouded anyway, so
I'm
it's the
shrouded,
same.
but no, but a cover save. I would get a cover save and
the
the shrouded.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
So
6
let's
up
do
followed
this.
by
So
5.
this is twin linked.
It's a damage mitigation roll. So
This is twin linked. So both hit. I need those 5s now. Re-rolling. That's a pen. That's 2 pens.
2 pens.
Do you want me to continue the shooting and leave these
Yeah,
apart?
leave them all. So
Okay,
these are 2
so
pens,
these are not twin linked.
which I'm not liking.
Okay, 5s. No. And these are these which are now.
Are you re-rolling for Sunder?
No, you're not.
Okay, so re-roll for Sunder.
Okay, so
So
that's
one
a
glance.
glance.
Yep.
And now these which are twin linked. So
2
both
hits. Yep. And Sunder again. 1 more glance.
So yeah,
So
2
2 glance, 2
2
pens.
But these have your extra special double mitigation.
Yes, so
Fantastic.
have my cover first, which is 6 ups on these.
Which one are these? The pens?
I'm doing the pens first.
Yeah.
So 6 up on the cover saves, nothing, and then I've got my shrouded saves. So, whoa, down on the floor, 5 ups, 1 pass, 1 goes through, and then I have my 2 glance in, which are just shrouded saves. So, 2 glances.
And 1 pen.
So down to
1 hull point, I believe.
how many did you do first time?
I did 2 glances and 1 pen went through, so I need to roll for damage.
Okay,
now.
yeah.
So let's see. Hopefully a lovely 6 now, if the Emperor would agree with me.
And that is a
it's
6.
So boom.
And it explodes.
So
okay,
let's roll for distance.
I don't think it catches anything. Just roll just in case.
Oh, it's going to get the whole disembarking squad, but
yeah.
I mean, it's a 1. It's a mighty 1.
Perfect. Okay,
I'll take that.
I think I need to do a leadership test straight away, so we'll do that.
For pinning, yeah?
For pinning, yeah. Which 6, 7, 8, 9, I think it's a fail. So, yeah, they're pinned, which I don't mind because they're on an objective, which is where they want to be.
Why can't they just run away?
I know.
Well, how many guys in there so I can roll lovely strength 8 hits against them?
Do you actually roll for the guys inside as well?
I mean, there is an explosion. You have to emergency disembark.
Yes, I don't know if they get the thing or not, but let's check that really quickly.
If not, that's a silly rule.
I know. A burning wreck is all that's left, and just want to point out that my sergeant actually has leadership 9.
Of course he does.
Which I didn't know, which is good. So, Phalanx Warder Sergeant, leadership 9, crazy. Now, you've already done your strength 8, which you were correct. You do wound me with strength 8.
I mean, if that wasn't the case, you know, at this point,
it would be silly. So
yes.
5, 6, 7, 8, right?
9.
9. Okay, so missed 1. So I am actually going to start. I don't know if to actually do them on my
Sergeant for a 2-up.
Sergeants on my 2-up.
They are
first.
instant death. No. No.
Yeah, the instant death. I've just got 1 wound each anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh.
I do have my feel no pain anyway, so I'm actually going to
Which
do
you
them.
can't take against instant death.
No, I can't because it's strength 8. So
Yeah.
true. So 2-ups here. I'm gonna. Don't have to risk it. I'm invested like a Thunderhammer and stuff.
Who's got Thunderhammer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do 2-ups. 2-ups. Passes. Passes. Passes.
You jammy git.
Passes. Oh, he's dead.
All right.
And then we have 3-up saves. So 2 more dead. So Sergeant.
3.
And where's the Sergeant? Power Fist. Oh, Power Fist, the Thunderhammer. He's dead. He's dead, and he's dead. Okay, I need to put the Apothecary actually in there. So you need to roll 1 more dice because there's 11 guys inside. So strength 8 is a wound. And again, let's roll here. 3-up save.
Do you want to put it in the Apothecary?
He has a 3-up save, so no. You can upgrade him to have a 2-up.
I know.
So that's 3 dead. 3, 6.
Not because you're the Apothecary. We don't go over 33%.
That is true.
So no extra casualties.
You can carry on shooting.
I can carry on shooting. Now, you've destroyed my plan, which was to fire this Land Raider into that Land Raider.
Okay.
So now I have a bit of a
You can probably
quandary.
see the... Yeah, you can see... With that side, you can actually see one of the Contemptors.
I can see them with both, actually.
Yeah, you can see them with everything, actually.
Yeah, so I could just fire into the wounded Dreadnought, which is...
Yeah, and try and kill him.
I think that's what I'm going to do. So,
perfect.
So that's 3 Gravis last cannons.
1 wound off him, right? Or 2 wounds. 2 wounds.
How many wounds did we take?
The 2 rending ones went through, didn't they?
Yes, you're right.
Okay.
So he's down to 4, I believe, yes?
He's down to 4, yeah.
Okay, so that is 3 Gravis las cannons.
Yep.
So hitting on 3s. Oh, that's not good beginning,
Very
is it?
good. And
Twos.
choose 2 wounds.
So that's 3 invulns.
3 invulns, 5 up saves, +1. So it's down to 2 left.
Okay.
Not bad. Not
Okay,
bad.
they're
Getting
chipping
there.
away.
Yeah, killing a dreadnought on turn 1 would be amazing, but chipped away. Okay, and then just to finish off, we've got these guys.
Yeah, so again, all 3 Gravis Las Cannons into...
Yep, I've already evaded, so I can't really do anything.
So I'm just going to roll them all together.
Yep.
It's the same weapon. Rerolling ones to hit, because it's a vehicle.
Yep. Isn't the top one twin linked? I actually think that the top one is
a twin linked normal Las Cannon.
Is a one-shot twin linked. I don't think it's Gravis.
This.
Let's check that. I was right. Something in my head said I remember not rolling them all together last time. So we're gonna go a step back and fire at the dreadnought again, just to be fair.
So
we just had one more shot.
Yeah. So the twin link Las Cannon first.
Yep.
So that's a hit.
And then
the 2 Gravis. So that's 3 more hits.
Yes,
actually more hits now.
Yep.
And choose 2 wounds.
Choose 2 wounds.
So the same amount of wounds.
3 wounds. But I passed 1 last time. Watch me not pass any now.
No, he's going to pass them all, isn't he?
No, so he's down to 1 now.
Wounds. Okay.
So it's even better. See,
I like
you haven't cheated, and it's better. Sometimes it's better not to cheat, and
serves you right for your lists
and fix it up. Okay,
this is divine retribution.
Let's do it.
Okay, so
listen, you keep saying my list when you've got a murderous list and Corswain.
And you have line and scoring on Phalanx Warders with 4 up rerollable invulns.
I know, but you have Murder Strike on everything and hitting on +1 to hit on everything and rerolling 1s on everything. And
let's just agree that Dark Angels and Imperial Fists are quite filthy.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
so let's go
to Twin Linked, just for the fun of it.
Twin Linked.
Okay, that's a hit.
Yeah.
And then the Gravis, everything hits.
Okay.
So that's 5 rolls to wounds, which are now 5 Sublance. Let's go, guys. And nothing.
And re-rolling everything.
Oh, yeah, Sunder. I need that reroll. So
1 glance. Okay, that wasn't very good.
No.
Nothing I can do there. There's no cover or anything.
No, otherwise, yeah.
He's down to 4. Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so Gravis Las Cannon, hitting on 2s. Rerolling 1s because I'm Iron Wing.
Yep.
So that's a 5. That's 1 pen.
1 pen. Nothing I can do. So do you want to
roll
and see what happens? Roll and see what happens.
Let's go, guys.
Not another 6, please. It's a 1. So
1 plus 1.
Plus
which
1,
is 2.
which is, and I think I've got heavy. I think I ignore that.
I think so because this is Cruise Shaken, isn't it?
Yep.
Which is snapshots, which you ignore.
Which I ignore.
Well,
so I think that's the end of you, right?
Fitting choice of words. I do believe that is the end of me.
It is. Probably is. Okay, so just to point out that my list isn't very aggressive. It's more of holding the line, which is good for this mission, to tell you the truth. But they do survive a lot. So that is the end of end of turn 1 for Dark Angels.
Just to interrupt your interruption.
Yes.
Your list could stop Angron and Tooled Up Red Butchers in their tracks.
I don't think so. Don't go that crazy. Anyway, let's see how I do in my first shooting phase. Coming up next. Turn 1 movement finished for the Imperial Fists. I've gone in slightly calmer than the Dark Angels. I'm not that crazy. I think I'm in a better position. Now, your turn 1 was quite good. You can't really complain.
I can't.
I do have heavy arm, I think it is.
Reinforced.
Reinforced, there we go. So I could move and act as normal. Spartan's moved up. He's going for the Phobos instead of the Spartan, just because flare shields with las cannons is a meh.
Yes.
Don't like it. They're staying put because they are in a glorious position now. They're keeping nice and warm with the wreck of their tank. They have a 4-up Feel No Pain, a 4-up Invulnerable Save with a reroll. They are disgusting. And I admit it, openly admitted. My hand is in the air and everything.
Yep.
I swear that it is broken. But this is what we're here for.
What idiot put an objective there for you to claim straight away?
Thank you very much. I know you're my bro. My bro.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 dreadnoughts have moved up, looking towards that objective, even though I can't claim it. I don't want anything near that objective. Obviously, Spartan shuffled up, and I've already said what the target is. This Phobos Land Raider has moved up.
Stop teasing and get to the main cheese.
And is now targeting there. And then Proteus, what did I say? Phobos. I said Phobos. Why am I saying Phobos?
Yeah, it's true.
And then on this side, I've disembarked already with my illustrious support team, heavy support team, and I'm going to try to take a dreadnought down. 40 shots, strength 6, hitting on 2s, Yes, it's
Rending.
Rending 6 up.
Yeah, I thought when I saw them, I thought they were rotor cannons. And I was like,
but
Strength
explain to the people what actually happened.
Yeah, you came out and it's like, oh, these are
I'm going to make you cry.
These are filth. Yeah, he's actually was. I'm going to make you cry with these.
Have
These
you
are
tried these?
assault
Have you
cannons.
played against them?
And I'm like, I am familiar with them because Blood Angels can also take them. And
then your
yes,
brain
they're
switched
quite
off.
tasty.
Then your brain went into...
Then my brain switched off. And then he was like, oh, rotor cannons. What are you going to do? Pin my dreadnought? And he's like, no, these are assault cannons.
Yeah.
That's 40 rending shots.
Yes. Hitting on 2s because they are a bolt weapon, all that jazz. Lovely. Anyway, back to the game. I think it's time we get into shooting, and that's coming up next. The pain is here, and we are starting off with the illustrious assault cannons into that dreadnought. If I can take him down, that would be very, very tasty. So I'm hitting on 2s here. This is the first volley, by the way, which I'm going to do all together. A couple of 1s, and then these I'm looking for 5s and 6s. But really, I'm looking for the 6s because I want to rend. So... strength 6, right? 5s and 6s.
So,
okay.
Do you want me to start tallying up? Tell me how many.
Yes, so you have 2, 4, 5 rending.
Lovely.
And 2 normal saves.
Excellent.
And then I need
That's only half.
And that's only half. And then I need to re-roll all of these, which my little hands have a bit complicated. So these are the hits again. I take off the 1s, which are here, and then I'm going to move them to the side because I need to roll them in 2 batches. Roll that, roll that.
Jesus, what?
Okay, so that is another 4 rending and another 4 saves at 2 ups. Okay.
I want to take this.
I can't complain. How many rending shots was that?
That many.
9, I think, right?
No, I think actually
more than
it's 11.
11.
And 6.
Okay.
Non-rending. I want to take the non-rending first because I want to think that I want to survive.
All yours. 2 ups. This is when you roll a lot of 1s.
This is when I should have...
That's when you should have rolled. So
okay, so 1
down
wound.
To 5. Down
to 5. 5s. He's dead.
And
He's
1, 2, 3, 4... Yeah, just about. Just by 1 wound. Does he... strength 8? He does, because obviously...
Yeah, do you want to roll for the distance?
Yeah.
Seeing
I don't
as
think I
you
can
are
catch.
very jammy with your rolling?
It's 4.
So...
I don't think I can... catches that. Strength 8. So a
6 to glance.
6 to glance. Guess what?
A glance, of course.
It is a glance.
Of course. It's Pardo. It's
okay, 1 dreadnought down, which is great to see. Now, multi-melter firing into the same... which actually, I was going to roll it into a dreadnought, but it died too quickly. So I'm throwing it into your Land Raider. Hitting on that. Wounding on strength, so I need another 6. That's a fail, and no armor bane, because obviously we're not half distance. I'm moving on to the Proteus. Proteus firing into that Land Raid. Do you want to evade? Or do you want to keep it? We've already spoken a bit about it, because the middle one will have a shrouded save and a cover save, so it's better doing all that. Okay, so here we go. Let's do the heavy bolter. Can't do anything. So and there's no other target to target with the heavy bolter. So 4 shots.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. 2 hits only.
And 5s to glance.
5 with Sunder. So one glance.
So he's down to 3.
Down to 3. Okay. Then we move on to the Spartan, which I'm firing everything into your Proteus. I actually have to go a bit more that way. So,
and I am going to evade, as we said before.
Perfect.
Shock horror.
So 4 shots first, twin linked. The heavy bolter can't target anything because I can actually shoot. No, my line of sight isn't going to reach. So just 4 shots, twin linked. All hits. No need to twin linked. And 5s to glance. Sunder is another 6.
No, I believed you.
2 penetrating hits and 1 glancing hit.
Okay, so
what do you want to do first?
Let's tease. Let's do the pen first. So
two pens then.
No, sorry, the glance.
The glance. Okay.
So this is 2 5.
6 up first from the ruins.
No.
Fails.
And then a 5 up.
Yes.
Which is no.
Okay.
So that's a pen.
That is a glance.
Yeah. So he's down to 4.
6 ups.
6 ups. No.
Nothing, and 5 ups.
No, they only bless you. So that's 2 pens.
See if I get a 6 here. Which I don't. I get a 6, so it is immobilized.
It is immobilized, and it's down to his hull.
This one you basically ignore because you have
reinforced. So he's immobilized, but he's down to 1 health point.
And he's lost. I've just done how many did I do?
3?
Three in total. Yeah, 3 in
So
total.
he's down to 2 health points. Sorry.
Down to 2. Yeah, exactly. Not
Okay.
1. Okay.
Well, at least he can shoot.
Yes. Let me get some dice and I'll go into my dreadnoughts.
Oh yeah, I was about to say.
Okay, I was about to shoot to that Land Raider, but I do need 6s to rend. Whilst I don't need only 6s to rend this dreadnought, I can also wound it on 4s because I'm strength 7. So I know you're going to have 2-ups, but there might be a higher possibility
Yeah, it
of
might be
taking
the
some
odd one in there.
And you always want to try and take as many wounds off dreadnoughts earlier on in the battle. So here we go. Let's go. I'm going to do them both together because
it's the same.
I'm not going to kill it with 1. So hitting on 2s, all hits, and then looking for 4s, 5s, and 6s.
So that's
1 2-up and 2 rending.
okay. So 1 2-up, 2 rending. Let's do the 2-up first. No, here we go.
Stevie G, classic.
Yep. And then
And 1 pass, so down
wounds.
to 4.
So he's down to 4.
Yeah. So it's I'm really happy to play you and DC because between both of you have the world record for most ones rolled in a time period.
Yes,
So
true.
it's good. Perfect. So I think that finishes off my turn, Stevie G.
Yeah.
A lot of shooting, a dreadnought down on your side, a land raider on my side. Interesting. I think we're going to get some close combat now in turn 2.
It's always bloody, isn't it?
It always is. And we're back. Turn 2 now. Dark Angel's movement over. A couple of things disembarking, a couple of things staying put. I smell the fear already.
Fear.
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 Yes.
We are the angels of death. We fear no one.
Doesn't seem like, but okay.
Really?
So let's see how it goes. Talk us through what's happening here.
Okay, so in my very, very scaredy cat movement phase,
Yes.
I have moved forward with my Rhino.
Okay.
The intention of getting a multi-melter shot into your Rhino.
Perfect.
Hopefully.
Are you within 12 as well?
I am, just
Nice.
about. I've inched forward here, so
Yep.
I can shoot with everything. Obviously, going to try to finish off your Land Raider.
Okay.
Since this Land Raider is immobilized, which is, of course, the symbol of a coward.
Yes.
He's literally been blown apart and can't move. Coward. Disembarked my Interruptors moving forward
Okay.
because there's no point just sitting down.
Yep.
Which is, of course, advancing on foot towards the enemy gun line. It's a very fearful tactic.
How you do?
Moved the
Spartan.
Spartan.
That's a Spartan,
Sorry.
Stevie.
Yes. Okay.
That is a Spartan.
Moved the Spartan slightly to one side. I didn't want to move it forward as far as possible because then it would obstruct the line of sight of my mobilized Land Raider. So
Yep.
I'm hoping to get one more turn of shooting out of him.
Okay.
So he's scooted a little bit to the side. Everyone's moved a little bit. He's just shuffled a little bit because I don't want to get charged by a Dreadnought. Dreadnought's advanced as fast as possible. And this Rhino is moving here, trying to maximize cover.
Okay. Now.
So that's a very fearful movement phase, according
Yes.
to
Now
Pardo.
that's the end of your movement phase, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to play my cards of my special reaction already,
Ooh, you're going to charge.
and I will try and charge with this dreadnought into this dreadnought.
Ooh.
So I need to double check. I think it's D6 plus my initiative,
Which is 4.
which is 4. But
Yes.
I'm going to make double, triple sure before I actually do that. So give me a second. We are back, and the best defense is active. I need a 3.
Yeah.
It's D6 plus 4, and I need a 3. This is where I roll badly.
No.
I really want to make it for cinematic reasons.
He's not going to fail, guys. Come on.
It is a 4. Guess what? He's not getting shot, and he's moving in for the kill. So basically, this acts as we're in combat now, which
Yep.
is great. But you do carry on with your shooting.
Okay.
So where do you want to shoot with?
Well, you know me. I like to do it
Melter
sequentially.
first.
So let's do the Melter. So that's Twin Links in Melter range. So
Yes.
we need a 3.
A 3 to start off, yes.
But Twin Links,
It's always good to have twin links.
So it's
That is a hit. Strength is 11. Armor side is 11, sorry.
So that's,
That is a big pen.
that's an AP 1.
Yes,
So,
so on
plus
a
2.
5 or 6, it goes boom.
So
And that is a
boom.
big boom.
And let's
Okay.
see how far that boom goes.
Ooh,
6, so everyone.
It is a 6. So it's basically going to hit everybody. So we're going to do this off camera because there's a lot of dice rolling. So all this is going to be hit. All this is going to be hit. He's no longer here. So we're going to come back and I will do my saves on camera. Because I do have artificial armor on both sides, which is disgusting. But good shot, eh?
Yeah, that was good.
And we're back. 9 wounds dealt on one, 9 wounds dealt on the other. And we also have to point out, for those of you new to this mission, we're also getting points for kill points. It's the wind, right?
The wind
It's
is going in the
It's
same
wind,
direction.
Yeah. That one's now gone off.
Yeah.
And the wind's blown it off.
It's only a
So
minor boom.
let's do this. What do you want me to roll? I'll let you decide. Do you want me to run that roll for the
I want to tease.
tactical squad?
So the tactical squad first, and then we'll see
so I'm
about
going to go into
the
artificial armor first.
Yeah, one
So
by one.
2 ups, passes.
He's going to pass them all.
No,
he's dead.
that's 1 dead. And then I can roll all these together, 3 ups. So that's another 2. So 3 dead with my sergeants.
So the possibility they run away?
There is a possibility.
Ooh.
So here we go. This is
On
pass. This is artificial armor on my other side, my illustrious.
Oh, he's dead.
And that's another one dead. And then these are 3 ups.
Oh, he counts as dead. He didn't even hit the table.
I need to roll 1 more. So that is 1, 2, 3 dead, including my sergeant.
So
3 on one side, 3 on the other, right?
2 leadership tests.
2 leadership tests. Okay, I do it at the end of
the
shooting phase. But I'll remove those models. And do you want to shoot some las cannons?
Yeah. So we'll start off with this guy straight into that one. As I said, just moving along.
Okay.
So we got the 2 Gravis and a Twin Links. Let's fire the Twin Links.
Okay.
Make that mistake
Shall
again.
I shroud? Shall I shroud with him? I've already. No, that's a movement phase. I've done one in the movement phase.
Well, you've already done a reaction in your shooting phase, which was the charge.
No, it was that's in the movement phase.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, shooting phase. I will probably shroud with.
What?
I actually don't mind if he gets blown up now. So
He's done his job.
I'm actually going to shroud with him. I'll shroud with him. So, I'll let you shoot at that.
Okay. So first off, the Twin Links, which is a bit redundant because I re-roll
Ones,
but
at least that you could re-roll that.
I know.
Still a fail.
See, this is what happens when I'm getting cocky.
Yeah.
I'm going to shut up now. So again, hitting on 3s.
These are 3s to hit. Yes.
Yeah, not Twin Links.
Re-rolling 1s. And still 2s.
This is the revenge for rolling all those 6s before.
Too many in one phase.
I need 5s re-rolling. Come on. So
One glance.
1 glance.
Okay, I think I can do. So down to
that's not great, is it?
Not great.
Okay.
Who else have we got?
So moving along, we've got the Immobilized Dread. I can't see you with that Gravis. I can see you with that and the Twin Links.
Perfect. So all yours.
So Twin Links, let's roll that first. So hitting, I like that. More of that, please. And 3s, I believe. Okay, so that's 3 hits.
And this is into this contempt,
yeah.
right?
It's the only one I can see. So that's 3 impulse.
Just need 2s to wound versus strength 9.
Yep.
So 5 ups here. Pass 1 down to 4. So I just need a wound marker for him.
Yeah, coming right up.
He's down to 4, Stevie G.
Every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps. Cool. So he's fired. You've got the Spartan, you've got the Sicarian, and a couple of other things. Let's prepare some more dice, and we'll carry on shooting. And we're back, and we're going to carry on shooting. Your Spartan is next.
Yep.
You're going to...
I'm going to use Power of the Machine Spirit. I'm going to split my fire.
Okay.
Because that Spartan with a Flare Shield is just 2. It's... Yeah. Basically, they're cancelling each other out right now.
Yes,
they're just so tough.
They are.
So these 2 weapons are going to go into your Wounded Land Raider. Hopefully do some more damage there.
Yep.
And I'm going to fire through cover into that Dreadnought with my armor.
Okay, so I will be evading with this then.
Of course, makes perfect sense. So you got a cover save.
Cover save and
evasion. So Twin Links, everything.
Yeah, so you can go them all together.
So, okay. And I need 5s. Re-rolling. So that's 2 pens straight away. So he's
juicy.
dead.
No,
okay,
he's
so
not dead.
Oh wait,
I've got cover saves first. 6 ups.
Here we go.
Fail, and now I've got shrouded saves, which I failed both. So he is dead.
Okay, let me roll for damage.
Explodes, yeah.
So I need a 6 here, guys. No.
No. Okay, so it's just a wreck. I do have to do a pinning test, which I pass.
And how many guys inside for me to roll to wound against?
You don't have to. You don't. It hasn't exploded. So
true. You just disembark.
Disembark.
There's me getting ahead of myself. I just want to see carnage.
I just want everything has been carnage. That is true.
Right now,
and then 2 into the 2 hits. 1 wound. Do you want to reroll that? That was a bit cocked. I'll let you reroll that one.
You sure?
Yeah.
I mean, that was pretty much one.
Okay. I'll give you.
So just 1.
Just 1. Okay.
Yeah. I think that was.
And that is a 3. So
he's down to 3.
Down to 3.
Okay.
So let's mark and now you've got the Sicarian.
Yep.
Fire.
So I'm going to fire the Accelerator Cannon first.
Perfect.
So hitting on 3s.
Into the Dreadnought, obviously.
Into the Dreadnought, yes, of course. Oh, of course. So that's that many hits. And I need 4s, 6s to rends. So that's 1 rend
and three
normal saves. Okay, I'm going to carry on shooting
then,
now.
You do have more shots from it.
So I've got the 2 Volkite Culverins, which is 10 shots with Defragate. So 3s.
We'll be rolling that one. I know, because that one you can reroll.
That one
sure.
is
that
definitely, I would agree.
Look at him.
Yeah, okay.
He likes to do funny things.
Yes. And
strength 5, so
6s.
6s. No, it's strength 6, isn't it?
Strength 6, so 5s. Yeah, true. So we have 1 more armor save.
Yeah.
But this is Defragate.
Okay, so how many wounds did you do first of all? You did 1 rending.
1 rending
and 3 normal saves?
I can't recall. I was hoping you were recording.
We can check that.
Yeah.
And then now 1 more from the Volkites.
Yeah. And now the Heavy Bolter, just for a laugh.
And this one is wounded on 6s.
So 3s. Oh, that's not very good, is it?
And 6s.
No, nothing.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to check that this is correct, and we'll catch you back in a second. Hi guys, I just want to stop you there for a couple of seconds to explain our new Horus Heresy SN Plus tier. So you can become a member for £3.99 a month for extra Horus Heresy content. We already have about 5 or 6 battle reports on there, narrative, competitive, and some Zone Mortalis games in there for basically treat yourself to extra content, and you will be supporting us at the same time. So click the join button just below, and with that said, carry on with the battle report, and that's coming up next. Okay, we're back. It is 3 from the Accelerated Autocannon, 1 from the Deflagrate Volkite, and a rending.
Yeah.
So these are 2 ups first. Oh, that's a wound, which I don't want. We'll do the Deflagrate next, which is a pass, and we have a rending shots, which is a fail. So 2 wounds down to 1.
Again, another one.
I'm still happy. He's still alive. That means he's still alive. Now the Rhino can actually not see with the
no line of sight.
2 woods in front of him.
Yep.
So what else have we got? That's the end of the shooting, right?
Yeah.
No charges.
What am I going to charge?
No charges.
You've charged me.
Okay. Do you want to charge the Spartan with them?
Do they have anything that can hurt a Spartan?
I don't think they have melters or anything.
No. So
I think they have rad grenades, which
lower toughness
by 1. Yeah,
yep.
That's about it.
So straight into the
combat. Okay, let's get some dice and see you there. Okay, here we go. I'm on 1 wound, you're on 4, so I'm going to let you strike first, even though we strike at the same time, just because you have more wounds than me. So you might be a bit quicker.
You're just putting the stress on me, so I roll more 1s.
Okay, so hitting on 4s.
So that's 2 hits.
Wounding on 2s.
That's 1, so that's breaching 3 though.
Brutal 3.
Brutal 3.
And now I'm hitting on 4s. Hits twice. I'm wounding on 2s. And I've given you brutal 6. Okay, I'm going to do my saves really quickly, Stevie.
Let's do them at the same time, just for fun.
Okay. Ready,
steady,
go. I'm dead, and you are just about dead as well.
Yeah, no, we're both dead.
So I explode. And I do 2 inches, so it's not going to get
then
anywhere.
you roll for my explosion, wouldn't you?
Oh, yes, that's true.
So 2 and 2.
2 and 2. So you do get the Sicarian.
Yeah.
Then. I would get the Sicarian, though.
So strength 8 hits on the side?
Yep. 3, 8, 19, 11. I'm sure
nothing.
You are 13.
Yeah.
13, 12. I think it's quite high. It's quite up.
It's not going to be 11.
Yeah. So your 2 dreadnoughts are dead.
That would have been
down to 1.
So cinematic, just 2.
Imagine
bang.
4 dreadnoughts could have actually died in a turn and a half, which I've never seen before.
That was fun.
That was fun. Okay, that is the end of turn 2 for the Dark Angels. Let's bring some guys out and make sure we get into combat, because some people don't want to get into combat, even though they say they're fearless and all that. Anyway, let's go into them.
Despite his severe damage, the Contemptor tore into his opponent. Both dreadnoughts ripped and teared until there was nothing left of either.
Just before we go, leadership test. So I do need to do a leadership at the end of the shooting phase, this would be. And they fail.
Oh, brilliant.
And then these guys, 6, 7, 8, 9, they fail as well,
so
because my
sergeant is dead.
Sergeant is dead. Yeah, I need to put 1 back. Okay, so 2d6 from them is 5, 6, 7. And I think I just rolled 1 because I have a Vixilia. I think a Vixilia gives me that, which is a 6 only.
Okay.
So 6 and a how much?
Oh, 7 was it?
Okay. If you say so.
No, it was a 12.
I'll double check.
It was a 20.
I'll double check. Turn 2 for the Imperial Fists. Movement now over. I have disembarked like true men of the Imperium.
Women of the Imperium.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. So I've disembarked. I've moved, shuffled up with the Spartan. There we go. And then disembarked with Pollux and his retinue, I guess. It's not a retinue, but it looks like a retinue, so we can go and call it a retinue. And then the Dreadnought has moved up. You have moved back as a reaction.
Yep.
With your...
making sure that I'm still very much in Wall of Death range.
Exactly. And then what else have we got? They've stayed put. They're in a good position. I've stayed put. I'm not going to come out yet because those Cenobian, they called?
No, the companions.
Companions, there we go.
Deathwing companions.
The Deathwing companions with
Corswain,
who is in there,
yes,
are going to munch me up, and I don't want that to happen yet.
So what happened to the fearful movement phase?
Listen, I've done one more than you, and I'm a turn behind you. So please,
what?
Now
I disembarked too.
Yes, you had to. Okay, so let's go here. I need to do a leadership test here first. So my leadership is 7. Yep. So that is a 6, so they rally. And then these guys, they fail. I actually rolled 1d6, but they fail anyway. Actually, I have to roll 1d6, and I could have passed on either of.
You reroll 1d6. No? No,
what was it again?
You add +1 to combat resolution, and you limit your fallback by d6, and you never run off the board.
I failed there, and now I have to carry on rolling 1d6, which is a 2, so more or less like there now.
Do you want me to inch them along whilst you continue
and these guys rally, which is good.
That's not good.
So I can snapfire at least with them. And that's it. That's my movement. Stevie G is helping me out on this side. And hopefully I can rally back at least at one point now. At least the Vixilia makes me not rally off the table, which is good. Yeah. So straight on to shooting, coming up next. Okay, here we go. Starting off the shooting phase, we're going to go Spartan, straight into your Spartan. I think it's now time to start chipping off because I do need kill points, and that would be a big menace off the table. So I'm going to do the heavy bolter into the flaming plasma of evil.
The Dreadwing Interemptors?
Yep. So I'm going to do a heavy bolter into them.
Okay.
Twin linked. All hits. And 3 to wounds. That is 3 wounds with that. And then I'm going to go with my las cannons into your Spartan, which is 2 twin linked, thankfully. All hits. And 6s because of the flare shields. Twin linked. So 1. So 1 glance, just glanced. So he's down to 5. And then you have 3 wounds on the plasma wielding menace of the Night's Dark things.
I like it when somebody else uses the flame menace. When he loves it, when he uses them, it's like, these are amazing. So I'm going to do the usual trick of doing the 2-ups on the sergeant. So 2 up, passed.
I can't see those dice.
That's a 3.
There we go.
Okay, I'll throw them all the way over there. So that's 2.
And a 5. Pass. So, perfect. Okay, now I will not shoot with the combi bolters from there because I don't want you to react there. Let's move on to this Land Raider. I'm going to go straight into him.
Okay, so, I want to shoot back.
You can't because you are not defensive weapons.
Oh, yeah, true.
So, sorry, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, dude.
I got carried away there.
I'll do the heavy bolter into, again, the plasma wielding menace of the dark.
I get a nice cover save from that.
Yes, you do. Well, no, you have a better save.
Yeah,
anyway,
true.
So. That is that, re-rolling, and 3 wounds.
Okay, so once again, Artificer Armor.
That is a 6. That is a 5. And the 1 is coming. No, it's not. Okay, and then we've got 4 shots straight.
Can I have them back, please?
Yes, you can. There we go.
Thank you, sir.
Are these the microwave 3?
Yeah, these are the valuable ones.
So,
I keep in my back pocket.
cannons going straight into you, hitting on 3s. No twin linked, and looking for 5s and 6s. 2 6s.
Oh, you jammy.
No, just 2 6s.
So 2 pens.
Nothing you can do. So I need basically a 6. Oh. So that immobilizes you.
Yes.
And this becomes a 4, which is can only snapfire.
Only snapfire.
Weapon destroyed is a 5.
Well, reinforced though. No, that's only crusade.
Yes, but you can move, but you can only snapfire still. So down to 1 there, nothing else I can do. I've already shot them, they don't shoot. I will not shoot because I don't want you to react there. I know you're going to Overwatch, only defensive weapons. I might have a 2-up save on most occasions because
Should
the
have
front...
evaded there.
I should have.
Yeah, well.
Should have, but you would have maybe waited to maybe have a shot there.
No, I mean...
Now, you can evade here because I have rallied with them. There's a lot of shots still coming through. I'm snap firing, hitting on 6s, but I can do a lot of damage to your armor. So do you want to evade with him and give him a...
Where are you shooting, the Rhino or the Wounded Land Raider?
I don't think I'm rending 6, 7, 6, 12. I could actually rend it. Yeah.
Yeah, you could rend it on
6s.
Yep.
But I could demolish that, and I think that's a more important unit to take rid of because I don't want them to have a...
What, the Rhino?
Yes, because I get a point, and the troops inside.
True.
The troops inside are very important for the mission.
Yep.
So I'm going to fire into them. Do you want to evade?
I will evade. I guess that's my last chance to use evade.
Okay, so I'm going to do all the shots off camera, and we'll come back for those evading shots. Okay, we're back from all those 28 shots. I actually just penetrated twice. I actually hit twice, and those 2 hits were 6s. Because just before I rolled those 2s, he says, "Oh, your luck has run out," and then I went, boom, I went 2 6s.
Yep.
So you do have evading, so
okay,
you
so
can evade those. So 5-ups, yeah. You do evade 1, so see what happens on that penetrating hit. That is a 1, so basically
Crew
you can still move, but snap firing. And the crew inside acts the same, so they're
so that's fine.
Okay, so that is the end of my shooting. Nothing else I can do. We're going to go into charges, and that's coming right up. Okay, as the Dreadnought moves towards the Sicarian, moving over the 2 perished now Dreadnoughts. Overwatch.
Oh, yes.
And you can Overwatch twice because you can do 2 reactions because your HQ is a Deathwing.
So that many Volkites.
Perfect.
So hitting on 3s.
Couple of misses.
Yeah, which
and these are strength 6, so looking for
5s.
That is 1.
1. And I've got the heavy bolter.
And you have the heavy bolter.
So don't get ahead of yourself. So 1d for a gate wound, which you don't need because
if he dies, he dies.
Yeah,
if he dies, he dies.
3s. So and I need 6s.
You need 6s.
For which I get nothing. So 1. 1.
It's a 4. Damn. So he survives. Now I will be charging in to your plasma wielding of death black knight things.
Yeah.
And you will be overwatching as well for a second time. Now we're going to do this off camera.
Oh.
Do you want to actually see how many Overwatch shots you get? So there's 10 guys there. It's Wall of Death, so you don't have to measure. It's Wall of Death. With
Wall of Death. If you're outside of 8 inches, you don't get Wall of Death. Wall of Death.
Is it? I think it was 12 for Wall of Death.
I think it was 8.
Okay, let's do everything off camera then.
I'm just going to measure quickly.
But I think most of them are in anyway, right?
Yeah. No, I made sure that everybody had their chance to do the cheese. Yeah, they're all in 8.
Okay, perfect. So let's do this. Let's get D3 shots from each. You want to roll for them to see how many shots you're actually going to get?
Well, first the 2. Yeah, so first the 2
they're
heavy
all the
ones.
same.
They're all the same.
The only difference is that one is Torrent and that one is. Yeah.
So D3.
D3 each, yeah.
So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
21 hits. Lovely jubbly. And this is why you bring a librarian to cancel out reactions, because these things hurt. Okay, catch you back in a second. Okay, we are back. All these are AP2, which is scary. All these are AP4. So I do have 2-ups on these.
Yep.
So I'm going to do the 2-ups first. And I'm going to do them on normal, non-Vigilus.
The Stormbolter guys.
Vigilus? Vigilus?
Vigil, is it?
Vigil? Storm Shields?
It's Vigil Pattern Storm Shield.
There
That's the one.
Okay, so these I'm going to do on the non-Vigil Pattern Storm Shields. So 2-ups.
So 1 wound.
That is 1 wound dealt on that one. So I do have to carry it on them. So he has a 5-up, which he failed. So that's 1 dead.
Okay.
And these I'm going to do 2 at a time on my 3-up Vigil Storm Shields.
Okay.
3-ups. That's
1
another
dead.
1 dead. That's not a very good start.
I like it.
He saves. He's on 1 wound. He's dead. He's on 1 wound.
Dead.
He's dead. So
3 Vigilus and 1 non.
And 1 non-Vigilus.
So you want them from the back, I'm guessing, yeah?
Yes.
So
he's
1,
dead.
2, 3, and another Vigilus from the back.
That actually hurts quite a lot. I've invested a lot of points in Solar Right gauntlets and all the jazz, but yeah.
Well, you know, Plasma, Black Squad, Death
I can
Knights.
feel this is what I've been doing for
Yes.
now a couple of months.
Yes,
to
it's not
you
nice
and
to choose
DC.
on the other foot
Yeah, I
now, is
know.
it?
Okay, so I need to charge as well first.
Fail.
And that is a fail. That is a fail. That is a fail.
Pollux and his Terminators charged towards the Dark Angels, only to be met by a wall of flame that cut through armor with ease, felling several Imperial fists and halting the charge as they reeled against the incendiary onslaught.
Okay, we are back, and that was actually very painful. A 3-inch charge after disembarking. Yeah, and that's because you fall back. You fell back as a reaction, which was a good idea to actually do. If not, I would be in combat. So this means now that next turn you're shooting at me, and then I'm going to be shot at again if I want to charge you.
Yeah,
which is disgusting. Okay, now I did make this charge. So Dreadnought striking first, hitting on. Did you move last turn?
Yes, I did shuffle a little bit.
So I'm hitting on 2s.
That's,
hit.
Yeah, it's very dead.
And strength is 9
against my rear armor, so 3s to glance.
3s to glance. So 3 10s.
Okay, so
which I need to roll to see what happens. There's AP2 on these, so, a 6 basically exploded. No, so it's immobilized. And shaken, which you don't have reinforced on him. And this is a
3 plus 1 is a 4. That's not weapons destroyed. That's snapshots.
Snapshots, yeah. So shaken and what's the other thing? I always keep forgetting.
Stunned.
And what? Stunned, exactly. So you can still snap fire, but you can't move.
Yeah.
You're immobilized anyway.
Yeah.
So, but you still have 1 health point left because
I'll take that. I'll take that.
They have 4. So, okay, that's the end of that. That's the end of my turn in general. Not bad at all. Let's see how...
What turn is this again?
Turn 3 now.
So this is the beginning of turn 3?
This is your turn 3.
Wow, so much carnage.
They're in trouble. Ouch. Turn 3, Dark Angels movement now. Over. Everything is coming out to play. And by everything, I mean everything.
Yep.
Because everything's now out on the board.
No, not quite, but nearly.
Oh, except 1 tactical squad.
The biggest and baddest tactical squad.
In there. Okay, so let's take a look at what's happened here. So you've disembarked with this tactical unit onto just beside of my heavy support squad.
Yep.
We have Corswain and his retinue piling out of this transport. We have a bit of shuffling on these guys.
Yep.
Which are called the
Dreadwing Interemptors.
Yeah, the Black
Knight's Death Flame thing.
Flame, yes, exactly. So what I did is I reacted. I moved up a bit just for those flamers to actually be a bit more difficult to hit. So probably of trying to get each flamer, maybe we've got 2 now. Maybe most of them get 1. We'll see. We'll have to check the template there. These Inner Circle Knights have come out to play here. I didn't react because I don't mind when you charge. You really want people to charge you and you not charge them because they get better weapon skill and all their extra bust from there. Immobilized there, so can't move, and this Rhino has it moved flat out? Or?
Yeah, flat out.
Flat out on this side. Perfect. Okay, so that is all your movements.
Yep, let's
We've
go.
Done my reactions. We can shoot a bit if you want.
Yep, let's go. Again, I like to be neat, so we'll start over there at the far end
this
with
side.
my tactical squad into your Eastus. Rapid firing.
Perfect. You want to roll here?
Yes. I'll save the multi-melter for later.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot back at you.
Yeah, of course, I expected, yeah. So these are my bolters, and these are Stormwing, I believe?
Yep, 2s to hit.
2s to hit. How does that feel, being an Imperial Fist
I know.
So we'll take the Emperor I hit on 2.
Okay,
this is the plasma one, I know.
That's the melter, you mean, no? Melter.
No, he's got
the plasma wielding
Sergeant. So, wounding on 4s.
Yep.
Oof, that's not great, is it?
That's not that good, is it? Yeah.
No. Okay. It's that many wounds, I'll take it. And the plasma, so hitting on a 3. Hits. And breaching on a 4. So it's just not another armor
just
save.
A normal save, yeah, because it is strength 7.
7, yeah.
Okay, so 3 ups.
3 ups.
Which I
3 dead.
I made this still fire normally.
Yep.
So I fire back.
And let's do that off camera because that's
because it's a lot of shots, and then you do have the melts and stuff. So I'll fire back off camera, and we'll catch you back for those saves. And we are back. 1 dead. He's already tipped it over because I just got 1 rending, which I did want.
Uncharacteristic.
I did want more, but I did all these wounds anyway. Now you're going to start with the Artificer armor.
So 1 by 1.
Here we go.
tease this out. Maximum pain.
2.
So that's a save.
Pass.
Save.
Pass.
Save.
And he's dead.
So that's the sergeant dead.
So 2 dead for now, and those are just 3 up saves.
3 ups.
Woo! Ooh, is that the unit dead? 2.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the unit dead.
Unit wiped out.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you very much. That was nice. So the
Yay.
unit's dead. Now, let's carry on shooting, because you do have a combi bolter
And the multi-melter. So I'm firing the multi-melter at full ballistic skill.
Okay. And then start firing the other way.
Yes, so hitting, wounding on a 2. That's 1 dead.
So did you move flat out?
Flat out.
So how did you disembark?
No, sorry, I moved that. You're right, I moved 6 inches. So I can fire.
Yeah,
yes, you're right.
It was before that you moved flat out.
So twin linked. Twin linked.
1 hit.
1 wound. So 1 armor save and 1 dead, dude.
Okay, so 1 dead, and a 3 up save. It's a dead, so 2 dead. So a lot of death on this side, actually.
Okay, so you'd have a leadership test, and I have a dead squad.
Yes. I'm going to do... Nothing else is firing into them, right?
I don't think so, no.
Okay, I'm going to do the leadership now.
Yeah, let's
just before we forget. So 4-5.
Okay,
fine.
when they saw 2 guys die, they ran away.
They ran away.
When they see 2/3 of the squad evaporated...
Yeah, but your unit just evaporated, so...
Can you imagine 7 Gatling guns?
That's been a murder. That's been
that unit is horrible.
Both units have just ripped against each other.
That's the heresy. That's marine on marine combat. I love it.
Okay, so let's go on to some las cannon shots.
Yep.
Shall we go on to... Is he snap firing? Yes, he's snap firing, right?
He's snap firing, yeah. So the 2 Gravis, I can see you through there.
Okay, yeah.
So the 2 Gravis and the twin links. So let's do the Gravis, hitting on 6s.
Perfect.
That's 2 hits.
Perfect.
I like it. And now I need those 5s again, please.
Okay.
So 1 pen.
Ooh,
so
nice.
that's a pen.
And then you've got the...
And then I've got the twin links.
Twin link,
so
that's
6.
Nope.
No.
Okay, so 1 pen, nothing I can do.
So let's roll for damage. The 6 now would be epic. And it goes. It explodes. You want to see...
This is epic now. Because how many inches does it get? It's 3 inches. Let's measure up.
I don't need to measure 3. I've got that recorded in memory.
I think it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. Do you want to take measure? I've got one here.
Ah, there you go.
Let's do it live on camera here. Yes. 3 inches.
An angry 3 inches from the hull, so we have all of those guys there.
1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 6 guys then, right?
Yeah, 6 guys.
6
you
guys.
are right.
Okay. So
and how many guys inside?
2, 4, 6. So I've wounded 5 of them.
Uh-huh.
And do I take off the last hull point on your Land Raider?
Oh, true. On a 6?
No, I don't. No. Okay.
Well done, Land Raider.
So 5 wounds on them. Do you want to do the 5 wounds really quickly?
Yeah, so Artificer Armor.
2 up saves.
So, but this is Strength 8, so they do die even with the 2 wounds. So,
saved.
I have to do them 1 by 1.
Saved. You don't really have to do them. So that is 1 dead. Okay, I'm happy with that. Now you have to do the guys inside.
How many?
Which is 11 with the Apothecary this time. Which we have to remember.
So 11. So 2 wounds. 9 is my magic number. So how many is that? That's 10.
10 wounds.
So only 1 failed to wound.
Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
You're going to do it on your Sergeant's Artificer?
I do have a Thunder Hammer, which is very good against you.
You're going to die. Wait, no, they haven't shot, so I can't charge you.
Yes.
And hopefully you'll be pinned.
I'll put them on the other side so it's a bit further around. I think I'm going to go for my... I do have to have a... I need to survive as much as possible. Let's do 2 ups. 2 up, 2 up, 2 up, 2 up. By the way, for the rules that SN place into their tournaments, we've talked about it a lot. That would be the end of my 2 ups because my initiative is 4. But we're not doing that today, so passes. And this is why it gets silly when you have so many rolls. There it is. So 1 is dead. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Last one. So Sergeant
10 rolls in total.
9. No, you
did. I rolled 11 and I only failed 1 wound.
2, 4, 6, 7, 8.
So 1
2,
more.
4, 6, 8, 9. 1 more. 3 up. Pass.
Okay, so your sergeant's dead.
My sergeant's dead.
And a pinning test.
And a pinning test.
With your leadership of 9.
No, of 8 because my sergeant's dead.
No, the apothecary. Doesn't he have leadership 9?
I don't think so.
No, neither would I.
Quite sure I don't. So
we'll double check that, but...
I failed. 6, 7, 8, 9. I think
so no reaction.
So pinning, yeah, I can react. if I'm pinned, right?
No,
No,
I
I
don't think
can't.
so. You
can't
can't.
react.
So,
well, there's
well,
nothing I was going to react with.
yeah,
really.
you know, I mean, there's nothing you can react.
What I
mean,
will do is
there's
I
not
will...
a murder squad right next to it.
but I have to disembark where the unit was on, so you're going to be very, very close.
Oh,
okay,
yes.
so yeah, I'm basically dead. Yeah, that's very true. So we triple checked it. They are pins. The apothecary strength 8, leadership 8, so they are pins. Now the only thing they won't get is the +1 to their invulnerable save.
Yep.
For lock, I think it's lock something.
Shield
lock.
brace.
No,
No,
shield brace.
something.
I don't know. It's not. I don't. But I still will be getting my weapon skill if you charge me at a higher initiative, at a higher weapon skill, and I will still be able to reroll because I'm not falling back, and pins is different. So we move on to here.
Okay.
And you've hit me how many times?
21.
21. Now you have to wound me. Strength 6.
So 4s are breaching, and this is 20 dice, so I need one more. So, oh, that's not terribly good. So these are non-wounds. Let me just roll one more.
Okay.
So that's a breach.
Yeah.
So these are breaching.
And these are normal saves, right?
Breaching. Yes, those are breaching, and these are normal saves. So
saves.
6 normal.
Okay, let me do the normal saves first.
On who?
On non-storm shield ones. So 2 at a time. 2 ups. 2 passed, and then 2 ups. 1 wound, and 1 wound.
So he's dead.
No.
One wound. Sorry. Sorry. I thought I didn't see it. You said 1 wound. I'm like, that makes 2.
And these are
Invuls.
3 ups. So I have 2 with shields first still.
You have
2 with shields.
2 with shields and Alexis Pollux himself.
Okay, let me do Alexis Pollux first. So 2 at a time. 1 wound on him. I'm going to do 1 at a time now on him, which is a pass, which is a fail. Okay, so I've done 2 wounds on him.
So he's down to 1?
Down to 1. I'm quite sure he has 2. I'm quite sure he has 3. And then I'm going to do Vigil Storm Shields now, which is pass. 1's dead. And just 1 dead. So 1's
one dead and 1.
I would have need to go into him actually because he's wounded.
Oh yeah.
So these are the rolls, I think.
So
Pollux is fine, and then I would have done.
So you did 2 wounds to Pollux. You need 1 more to kill him.
Yes, which would have killed him with this one.
Him and then 1 other guy on 1 wound.
And then that one would have killed another.
So another storm shield.
So So those 2 would be dead. I think the Vigil Shield is back.
I think one of them is only on 1 wound.
Yes,
Pollux is fine.
We can double check. Let's double check that to make sure. Okay. Okay, we fixed it. It's only 2 in the end because of the 4-upping van from Cataphracti. Bit of a mistake there, but it's only 2 that have died. Now we move on to more shots. So I do need to do a leadership test there before we forget. Land Raider now firing that one into the unit and all of the rest into here. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's do that.
So let's do it into the unit first. So Gravis.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s. So that's 2.
2 wounds, yeah. So 2 3-ups. Let me get some dice ready.
I'll just keep rolling the hits. So the Twin Links on the Dreadnought hits. And the Gravis on 3s. Nothing. Nothing at all.
Nothing because you can't reroll against him using a vehicle. Okay, so only 2 3-ups, right? Onto the shields,
you're taking on the Vigilus.
Yeah.
Wait, 1 at a time. So
yes, 1 at a time. So 3-up is a pass and a pass. Damn, that's it.
And now a 1 save on a 5-up. Yeah.
Did you wound in the end?
I didn't roll to wound. I rolled to hit. You're right.
Okay.
So rolling to wound. It's a wound.
And it is a wound. Okay. So 5-up. Oh, it's a 4. So he dies. He does explode. So let me see if we can do anything to him. Nothing. Doesn't do anything to him.
Okay. Bye bye. Dreadnought.
He dies too.
Which means I can now shoot with him.
Yes, you can.
Oh well. What can he shoot? Not a lot.
Not a lot.
And it's snap firing anyway.
He's easy mobilized. Yeah. So let's get some targets, get some dice. Okay, we are back. Sicarian next. Now he's going to fire his Volkite sponsor into Pollux.
Yeah, it's Pollux unit and the Accelerator
Autocannon. Okay, so let's do this.
Let's do this. I can't remember. Is he snapshotting or?
I immobilized it and I think I think it got a 4 on it because I remember that I said you don't have the reinforced, so it's just
6s.
not firing. Yes.
So that's 1/6 for the.
Yep, you can double roll because it's not a vehicle.
Volkite.
Ooh, juicy.
So 3s on the 2s because it's 6.
Okay.
So that is 2, and now I need a 2-up. for wounds, but a 6 for rending. And it's a 2-up. So you have a normal save and then a defragration and 2 defragation saves.
Okay, so did you get a rending? No.
No.
So all 2-ups, right? So the defragate first, all passed, and the accelerate autocannon is a wound.
Okay, I'll take that.
So strength 7 is a wound. Just a wound on. I would have probably taken it on the non-shield one because I want the shield there. So take it onto him. And Pollux has 1 wound left. I don't know if you want to mark him as well, which he doesn't. Has a marker there.
Okay, so he's on 1.
Yep, and the other Terminator is also.
I thought we passed the wounds onto the Terminators because of the sequence.
No, he did his 2, and he's an independent character. Also, he can basically change whenever.
Well, not done shooting.
Spartan next.
Yeah, the Spartan. What's the fire arc of this thing? Full.
Full, yeah, full all the way.
Thing is, I can only shoot at 2 units. I can shoot back. Can't shoot.
Yeah, I'm quite sure it's like.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's not 90.
Well.
It used to be. It's all
you know what? Just to be safe, I'm going to fire both these into the Spartan.
Yeah.
For
big glass cannon.
Yeah, and the last cannon into that because it's the only thing.
Okay.
So we're going to start with the.
Yep. Shoot into that.
Yeah. So hitting on 3.
This is into the phalanx.
Yep. So only 1. Wounding on a 2. Nothing.
Okay. And then you've got 3 twin linked shots. 3.
So twin links. First one. 1.
They're all twin links. So you can
4.
do them all together, really.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's true. So no, and 2s. Okay, the dice are deserting.
So wait, 1 you re-rolled already. 1 you rolled and was a 4, so you've re-rolled and it hasn't glanced. This one you can sunder again.
Okay.
That's a glance.
Okay, so we got a whole point.
Can't do anything to it. So down to 5. Okay, and have you shot with them? Have you shot with? You haven't shot with anything.
No, and they can't react, can they? Because they're pinned.
I can't react because they're pinned.
Okay.
So you have
you
have some shots here.
Yep.
You got 2 plasma shots, plasma pistol shots, and then some basically pistol shots.
So
it's 8 pistol shots.
8 pistol shots. Thank you for counting, Pardo. Very helpful of you.
I don't know what Corswain has. I think it's a pistol as well, right?
Yeah, I think it's just a bolt pistol.
Okay.
We'll double check. But so the plasmas hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. That's
2 wounds, 1.
Oh wait, 1 breaching, 1
breaching,
normal.
1 normal.
So hitting on.
These are bolt pistols, right?
Yeah, these are the bolt pistols. Wounding on 4s. So 3 more saves. So a total of 4 armor saves and 1 in bolt.
4 armor saves, which I will take 3 ups of, and then 5 ups. So 1 dead. And then I've got a 5 up because I can't get the +1. So 5 up re-rolling, which is a fail. Is a fail, and then these are strength 7, so I'd still take my feel no pain. So it's a 5 up, which is a pass.
Sorry?
Okay, and then you've got him to fire.
No, he took out the Land Raider.
Oh, he took out the Land Raider. That's very true.
I mean, if you want to fire,
no, that is fine. So do you want to do some plasma stuff into there?
No, because I want to charge. Don't want to charge them because they're like fully formed up into your wall of death
type formation.
Yeah. What's the distance on that bad boy charge? Because rending 5 up, remember? That's lots of attacks into a Land Raider hitting on 2s.
Yes, it is. It's a Spartan, not a Land Raider.
It's just a Land Raider on
5. Yeah, from
oh yeah,
he's closer. Yeah, you need a. Oh, it's actually a 6. Yeah.
So I need a 6. So you know what? I'm just going to roll a dice. But there's a Spartan, even Spartan. Odds, it's the Wardens.
Okay.
So even. So we're going for the Spartan.
Perfect. So I could shoot something back at you. I'd probably shoot them.
No, they can't.
They can't react. I don't think they even have pistols. I have to check that. So what are you doing? You're going into? What was the roll?
I do believe we are going into assault.
Okay, which ones? What are you charging into?
So I already rolled, so they're charging to there, and they're charging to there.
Perfect. I can't do anything with this.
Sorry.
I can't do anything with this because I can't react. So all yours.
Yeah, let's roll 2d6. I mean that's 2.
Yeah.
But see how many I can get in.
That's
a
cocked. Yeah.
So 3.
Yeah.
So not that many engaged.
Okay. And over here?
To the Spartan, you mean?
To the Spartan. Sure.
So that's 3. So we're still getting in.
They're in. Okay, so short charges on both sides. Do you want to charge over there or no? Right, because you want to let me charge and overwatch me again.
That's
how you use them.
I want to react in your movement phase.
Exactly.
Do all the jazz. Did you take a leadership test there?
No, I do have to take a leadership test there. Leadership is 10. That's fine.
Yep, you're in.
Okay, so let's move everybody in and straight into combat. Okay, here we go. Straight into combat. Corswain's unit first. Now, you do get extra attacks, right? Because of your Rite of War.
6 attacks total, 4 base, 1 for charging. And the Rite of War, the... I've forgotten the name again because it's such a secret. Even the Dark Angels can't remember. But we'll get back to that one. If he's within 12, a Deathwing character is within 12 of an objective, independent character.
Dreadwing, right? Or Deathwing, okay.
So +1 attack. So 6.
6 attacks.
So hitting on 2s because it's Deathwing. Perfect. So that's lovely jubbly. And Murderous Strike on a 4-up. Everything else is AP2.
Okay,
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Ooh.
3 1s. Okay, so 2 Murderous Strikes and 1 AP2. So we'll put that. So let's do these first. So I have a 5-up rerollable from this without Feel No Pain.
You have the rerollable, because you don't have.
What I don't have is the 4-up. So 5-up rerolling.
Of course he does.
And then this is a 5-up rerolling with Feel No Pain.
So 3, double reroll basically.
And that's a 5-up anyway.
You jammy git.
Okay. Corswain, give it to me. Come on, is that all you got? Okay, now we do have a lot, so I shouldn't be really trolling you yet. This is the Terranic Greatsword.
Your Apothecary strikes at the same time, no?
Initiative 4. Okay.
Yeah. So these are the Terranic Greatswords, and then next up the Calibanite Warblades. Perfect. So hitting on 3s because Deathwing. See, why couldn't I have had that hit roll with
much better? So hitting on 3s actually, because my weapon skill is 5 as well.
Yeah. So 2s, 2 wounds.
2s, 2 wounds.
And 5s are Murderous Strike.
Okay.
And Rending.
Yeah.
So these are Rending. Murderous Strike, sorry, and Rending.
What's the normal AP on them? I thought
3.
AP 3, okay.
So
they still go through anyway.
So 5
Murderous Strikes.
5 invulns with Feel No Pain.
Okay, so 5 Murderous Strike and 5 with...
Everything.
Okay, so these are 5-up rerollable. Oh, that's not good.
I like it.
Okay, so 4 dead.
I like it.
And then these are 5-up.
5-up, 5-up.
With 5-up rerolling. With a 5-up of Feel No Pain. Okay, so 3 dead, right?
Yeah, 3 dead.
1, 2, and 3. Now my Apothecary attacks back.
Wait, I'm gonna do the Calibanite Warblades at the same time because I'm still murdering.
Hitting on
3s.
Not that. No, I'm hitting on my weapon skill is 4.
Okay.
So you have failed.
Okay, so I'm hitting you on 3s and I'm wounding you on 3s.
These are the
Calibanite Warblades.
And then you still have a Power Fist as well, right? From your sergeant?
Yes, I have a Power Fist, which will strike at the same time as your Power Axes.
Okay, so what do they have? 2 attacks each?
2 attacks each, plus 1 for charging.
Okay, so 8 attacks? No, 12 attacks.
12 attacks, that's what I've got. So hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s.
Perfect.
So, move. And then 3s, and these are AP3.
With Rending 6-up, I think they have.
I need to double check on the Rending, but I do know they wound on 3s.
Okay, so it doesn't really matter because I have a 3-up save, so the Rending doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Which I think they have.
Breaching 6-up, maybe.
I think they have Rending.
Yes.
Do you want to go check?
No, you're right. They do have.
I can do them all together because
they have Breaching 2-up.
Breaching 2-up.
I'm joking.
I'm gonna say Rending because it's like a power sword. But it must be like a special one.
Yeah, it's the Calibanite Warblade. It has +1 strength.
Okay.
I think that was it. Where are you?
Live here on camera, by the way. Patrons. If you want to check out our patrons, description below. Put your name on
Rending
the wall.
6-up.
Rending 6-up and +1 strength, right? Okay. So here we go. These are then 5-ups rerolling with Feel No Pain. 5-ups. I moved in a 5 rerolling with Feel No Pain of 5-ups. So another 3 dead. Okay, so I'm gonna leave the banner there. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
And now the Power Fist at the same time as your Power Axe.
Yep. So I'll let you do the Power Fist.
So 3s and 2s.
I won't get any.
No, I don't hit on a 3.
You hit 5. On a 4.
Yes, because I don't have a sword.
It's not swords.
Believe it or not, fists are not swords.
Yeah.
Crazy. So only one. But I only need the 1.
And 2 to 1. Oh, can't
6.
see that. It's a 6. It's a 1. Okay, so 5-up rerolling and no Feel No Pain. 5-up rerolling. Oh, he dies.
But he gets to strike.
He gets to strike, which I have only 1 attack. And doesn't hit because I need 4s.
So he's dead.
He's dead. Just Apothecary there, which dies anyway, because remember, guys, an Apothecary is like an upgrade.
Oh.
So as soon as the unit died, he also gets removed.
Really?
Yep. It's basically treated as an upgrade to the unit.
Okay.
So yeah, you basically smashed it, but it took you a lot, eh?
My rolling was bad.
Yeah, but it took, like, my rolling was good as well. Imagine with the 4-up re-rolling with the Phoenix.
Yeah. Okay, enough. I'm getting sick.
Okay, so let's go on to here. Let's get some dice ready, check the stats, and go into the spot. Okay, here we go. Inner circle, trying to get as many rending, because that's how you actually can take it down. So a lot of attacks hit coming in.
So twos
to hits.
Not great.
Not bad, but still a lot of attacks.
Okay.
And now you're looking for fives and
sixes.
sixes.
I need sixes preferably. Yeah. So that's 2 6s.
And we're saying 5s and 6s because it's rending 5s and 6s.
Okay, so let's roll these.
Yeah, let's explain it a bit more.
Okay.
So rending doesn't, against vehicles, you don't count it as AP2, but what you count it as is you get an extra D3 strength on the weapon.
Yeah.
So these basically need
a 5 or 6.
5 or 6 glance. Because you've got strength 6 plus 5 gives you an 11. So an extra D3, you're looking for the 5 or 6 to give you an extra 3 strength to make it a 14. So let's do those first.
Yeah. So I need a 5 or 6 for glances.
Yes.
Of which
two
we have
glances,
2 glances.
And I can't do anything. Taking me down to 3. Okay. And then these you need 4s. 4, 5.
No, 3s to glance, 5s to pen.
Yes. 3 4s to glance, 5 6s to pen.
So 1 pen and 1 glance.
1 glance. So let's he's down to 1. Let's see what the pen does. They are AP2 as standard, right?
They are AP3 as standard.
Oh, they're AP3
they
as
rend
standard.
on a 5-up or breaching 5-up.
Okay.
So this is nothing, but let's see what happens. So it's a 3.
It's a 3, which doesn't give us anything else. So I ignore it because I have reinforced. So
but hey, I've knocked off a few
down to 1. That's very good, actually.
I am happy with that.
Okay.
And
that's the end of your turn, I guess.
I'll take it.
Can't really complain.
Nope.
It's a bloodbath. That was turn 3. On to Imperial Fist, turn 3.
Yep.
Turn 3, Imperial Fist movement now over. I have managed to rally with this squad, which is good because obviously they have line. So if for a miracle they survive and these guys die, they can get the objective. I've moved up, last chance, last hurrah for them. They will be shooting into the approaching Cenobian Knights. And Cenobian Knights, no.
The inner circle.
No. They're not inner circle. These are inner circle.
Those are inner circle.
These are companions.
Deathwing companions.
We'll be shooting into that. Now, I've changed my mind. I didn't make the initial charge with them, and now it's a bit too late because I have very little wounds of that unit. So I'm going to try and get another point and kill that Spartan, especially with that 1 punch.
Strength 10. Yeah.
Strength 10, Armor Bane, Exo Shock, and all that. We'll try. I also have some gauntlets, Solarite gauntlets, which are strength 10, so they're quite good against them. And I've stayed put, obviously, because this is a perfect objective, and yeah, I can still win it because it's War of Lies. So here we go. Let's go on to Spartan first. So I'm going to actually shoot this Sponson into him. You do get a cover save, and then the rest will be firing into them.
Evade there.
With the...
Yep, that's a victory point I want to deny you.
Who are you evading with? Sorry. The Sicarian.
Yeah.
The Sicarian. Okay, so 2 shots from him first.
Into the Sicarian?
Into the Sicarian.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. And wounding on toughness, side armor, isn't it? Yeah, side armor.
So really you're hitting... Yeah, you are hitting side armor. So 12.
12. So that is a pen, and I reroll this for Sunder for nothing. So 1 pen.
Okay, so
6 up first.
6
from
up,
the ruin.
Someone you can see. So
nothing.
no. Now a 5 up. Come on.
No.
Oh, he's dead.
So he's dead. Does he explode? Doesn't really matter.
It doesn't really matter at this point.
It is a 5. Doesn't explode. Just a wreck there, basically.
Do you want to pass me some flaming debris?
He stays there because it is a wreck.
Oh, yeah, true.
Hasn't exploded, so just put some flames on top of it. And
all going in the same direction.
There we go.
Wind.
Okay, so good shot. Carry on shooting here. So I've got the heavy bolter, which will go into them as well, obviously.
And the other last cannon.
And the last cannon into them. So heavy bolter first, hitting on 2s, twirling. 4 hits, and
3s.
3s to wound. 2 wounds. And then I've got the last cannons, which both hit. And 1 wounds only.
Okay, so 1 imbal and 2 2-ups, yeah?
Yes.
So 2 2-ups on a normal Cenobite. So 1 wound
and a 4-up.
Now a 4-up on the same die. Passed.
Yep,
so 1 is wounded.
1 is wounded.
So this guy here at the back.
Okay. And then we have 8 shots from the Lastrius assault cannons. So we move on to the right flank. Hitting on 2s. And wounding on 2s with rending. So that is 5 2-up saves and 2 rending.
So that's 2 4-up involves because
Yeah.
of the shield and 5 2-ups, yeah?
Yes.
So I'll take the 2-ups. The strength 6, yes?
Strength 6, yes.
So,
you
just do them
can't
all at
instant kill
once.
him.
Yeah, so I'll do them all at once. 2-ups. So that's 1 guy and 1 wound.
Okay.
And now the 4-ups against shooting because of the shields.
Perfect.
So obviously it's one of the shield guys taking.
Yeah, was one wounded? No, right?
No.
Okay. So
He's dead.
yeah, because the one that was wounded has now died from
From
that. Okay, perfect. So we're getting there. We're getting there. That is all my shooting. Nothing else that can shoot. I'm actually going to quickly charge there, which you can't overwatch.
I can't overwatch
because you're not defensive weapon. So that is a what's this? 4 and a 1. So they make it.
Yep, they're all in.
And let's get some dice and go straight into combat. Okay, hoping for fireworks display. 5 wounds still left on the Spartan. Now, there's a rule with Pollux that is a one-shot, basically still becomes strength 10 but has armor bane. And extra shock 6-up, which isn't that great. Now, my strength is 10 anyway.
Yeah.
I prefer 4 attacks, hitting on 2s and trying to glance
I would do the same.
than
I
armor
mean,
bane
still
thing
10 on
that
a 5
can,
and a 6.
I know.
And it's still AP1. You
Yeah.
lose exo shock on a 6.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Good. So I'm going to do them all together because even though the weapon skills is, they're all still hitting on 2s.
And they'll have the same strength.
And they will have the same strength. So hitting on 2s, 1 miss. And then looking for 4, 5s and 6s.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it's dead anyway.
Yeah.
And now let's see if it blows up. So are these are
AP1.
These are all penetrating hits. Yeah. So 5 to 6s. It goes boom.
So boom. So let's.
Okay. So yes, you want to roll for the distance? It's just 1.
1. So you guys.
It's only my guys. Yeah.
So 3 wounds on 2s. So
2 wounds.
2 instant death.
So I'm gonna do. There's a wounded one, which is the. Is it the shield? Yes, it is, right?
Him, yeah. Okay,
so 2 up on the shield, and 2 up on the shield. He's dead.
Yeah?
He's dead.
Okay, I like it.
Okay. So look, a Spartan's gone, which I'm happy about.
I mean, yeah, you did what I couldn't do. Knock out a Spartan.
That's 2 points for me for killing those 2, which is great. That is the end of my turn, believe it or not. We're moving on to turn 4, and that's coming up next. Turn 4 for the Dark Angel's movement now over. Not a lot of moving on this side, because obviously he is dead. The Rhino has now moved. Difficult terrain. You have to roll a d6. You do have a...
Oh,
that is you. You can reroll because you have a...
Dozer Blade.
Dozer Blade, which is a 5 now. Do you want to reroll that?
Yeah, okay, let's reroll that and get a 1. No,
it's a 4. Perfect.
It's still kind of
so he's fine. What else has happened? We've got the inner circle moving up towards the field, spreading out so they can basically flame as many of the Phalanx Wardens as possible. And then moving over here, we do have Corswain and his retinue moving towards the last 2 heavy support choices.
Yep.
That's basically it.
Yep,
right?
so
shuffled up to get line of sight with a couple of the vehicles here and there. And yeah, we can go straight on to shooting.
Let's start the shooting. Let's start the fun.
What are you going to shoot at?
So I want to, again, go left to right because I like to be ordered.
Okay.
Multi-melter, twin linked into them.
Okay. How many wounds has he got left?
2 health points.
I will shoot back at you. Problem is that if you shoot back and you shoot there, I think I can get a tasty point here. But the problem is I maybe want to shroud here because I want to shoot. Oh, I can't shoot back there, but I want to survive. Cool. It's interesting.
And you don't get flare shields because it's not.
I'm actually going to shoot back at you there.
Okay. So I'm going to fire my multi-melter.
Okay.
And my twin link bolter. So multi-melter hitting on a.
Not that.
3 twin linked.
Now that's a hit.
And now the heavy the twin linked bolters rather. So
twin linked, yeah. So 3s.
Okay,
1
so
hit.
So there's a 4 up to wounds, nothing,
and this is
2
up to splats.
2 up to splats.
Okay, I will fire back at the Rhino.
Come on, let's
I'm just doing this, guys, by the way, if you're thinking why I'm doing this. I'm an lunatic. It's just basically
you get kill
points for killing stuff. So here we go. Hitting on 2s. All hits. And
strength 6. So 5 to glance, 6 to pen with rend there.
That is 2 glances. That
He's
means
dead.
that he is gone. So perfect. That's another point for me. One of them has died. So now you can actually shoot with your plasma and stuff into them.
Which is exactly what I'm going to do.
And without shooting back. So bolt pistols from everybody.
So
and
2
a plasma
plasmas,
pistol.
and I think there's 7 bolt pistols in there.
Yeah. Whilst you do that, I'm actually going to check if Corswain has a plasma pistol or not. I don't think you checked that, right?
No, I didn't.
I'll check while you roll.
Okay, so 7 bolt pistols hitting on 3s, and the 2 plasma hitting on 3s. So the plasma is hit, wounding on 2s. That's 1 wound with the 1 breaching wound with plasma. So he's dead. He's dead. He's got.
He's dead. Yeah, because there's nothing I can do. Perfect. That I don't even have to check Corswain's stats. But I'm just interested to see if he has a plasma pistol, because it would be quite cool to actually see. I'm loading it up here. So you don't,
I want to beat you to it.
Yes, that means that I don't have to check anymore. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say he has a plasma pistol, just for extra coolness.
He has a bolt pistol and a bolter.
Bolt pistol and a bolter. Okay, cool. Perfect. So that is the shooting on this side done. Let's go on to the Land Raider, trying to finish off this.
Yes, so both Gravis Last Cannons and the Twinlings. So the Gravis Last Cannons first, hitting on 3s rerolling 1s.
Yep.
Oh, that's the exact roll I did not once. And I need 5s glance.
5s
aside.
And yeah.
Nothing.
Nope. You do have Sander. You do have Sander.
Thank you.
Remember that. It's very important. And that's the glance that you need.
Well, let's see if it blows up. That's a 1 twin linked.
Okay.
That's a 2.
Nothing. So it is a glance. So that means that the Flames of War can go here now. Because it is a wreck as well.
And you need to disembark whatever yummy is in there.
Nothing's in there. The Terminators are.
Oh, yeah.
Out. If you want, I can take another unit out of there that I'm just hiding away and cheats if you want.
That would be very you.
Okay.
Pass me the flame template.
Yes, let's check the flamers. We'll do that off camera, and then we'll finish off with the Rhino and any wounds that the plasma casters have done.
Plasma casters.
We're back, and after a lot of flamer, it's basically become hell now. It's basically become hell. So
fire.
This unit did 7 breaching at 2 ups and 3 not breaching but still wounded. So there's 1 wound on Pollux and 2 wounds still.
No, he's down to 1 wound, isn't he? Or is it down?
Yeah, 1 wound left on Pollux, and the Terminator is fresh. So we're going to do the 2 up first because I can reroll these for the heavy type. So 2 ups, and I can reroll because it's a template on the heavy. Finally, it's good. I might have missed it before. Might be a couple of comments of me forgetting about the heavy, but and these are 3 ups basically. So I'm going to do them all together because it doesn't really matter. So that is exactly what you need to
wipe out the unit.
So that's
Slay the Warlord.
Slay the Warlord as well, which I think is D3 for this.
We will check now.
We will check.
Because we have more wounds to allocate.
Yes. Now here you've done 3 breaching because obviously they're just strength 4 and strength 4 and AP 6 rending on or breaching on 6s. There we go. So
3 breaching,
3
11
breaching.
Normal.
So these are 4 ups rerolling. 4 ups rerolling with a 4 up feel no pain. I'm going to reroll that because it's cocked. Passes all, of course. And then you had 11, right?
11 2 normal.
4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. There we go. And these are normal. So
3 up.
I think I'm going to go for the invulnerable save because
you reroll.
4 up with rerolls is better. So 4 ups, especially with
a roll like that.
A roll like that. You get 4 ups rerolling and then 4 ups from Fear No Pain. So 1 dead.
Yay.
That's how this is. That's actually shown how disgusting the Stormbolt is.
Yeah.
Okay.
You forego a better armor save.
Yes, exactly.
Voluntarily.
So I haven't got my sergeant here, right? I lost it at the very start. So charges.
Yeah. So no surprises for who's charging who.
No.
So I'm just going to roll the d6 as a functionary thing. I think we're in.
There we are. And there's nothing to charge here because you shot at that, so you can't make a long bomb shot into here. Okay, let's move them in like this. And what do you want?
I want to get into base-to-base contact with more than 1 to get extra attacks.
Why? Do they have...
Because of one of the traits they can choose as the inner circle, Cenobia, blah, 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 blah. The guys who play Dark Angels know what I'm talking about.
So what's... I don't know. Okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, here we go. Inner Circle striking first. Now we do have to do the Sergeants separately.
The
because
Preceptor.
he's hitting on... Twos. And the others are hitting on 3s because my weapon skill is 5 because you charged me.
Yep.
Perfect.
Because that makes sense.
Because that makes sense.
Being hit in the face makes you better.
Yep.
A bit of Southpaw logic there. So hitting on 2s, 3s. Ooh,
this is hitting on 2s, right?
Hitting on 2s, yeah.
So 2 misses.
Wounding on 2s for Terranic Greatswords. 5s are instant death.
So just one.
Just one, and now everybody else.
Yes, because this is at the same initiative. It's just the weapon skill that changed. So 1 wound for now.
So these are hitting on 3s.
These are hitting on 3s because both weapon skill 5.
That's much better.
That's much better.
And I need 5. I need that
2s
many 5s.
and then 5s and 6s to basically take my feel no pain off. Okay.
So that many feel no pain nonsense and that many no feel no pain nonsense.
Okay, so I need to do the merger strikes first. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. Hitting on 4 up re-rolling with no feel no pain. 4 ups re-rolling with 1 dead, no feel no pain. And then how many with feel no pain?
7.
7. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4 ups re-rolling and 4 up feel no pain. So 1 dead.
So 2 die.
2 die.
Jesus.
From the most powerful unit probably in close combat. One of them. And yeah, that's how bad it is. I strike back. Okay, so we survived. This is basically showing you how strong this stone gauntlet is. So Apothecary would strike at the same time. That
so
is
hitting on
1 hit, yeah. And re-rolling because of Shred. Nothing. And then these are
the AP2 power axes.
AP2 power axes, yeah.
Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s.
Hitting on 4s, wounding on 3s because I've got +1 strength.
Yep. So 1 4 up. 2 4 ups.
2 4 ups.
Sorry.
4 ups, yeah.
I'll take that as a save.
What, did you roll something? I didn't even see it.
Oh, you jamming it.
You were jamming. You rolled something. So that's 1 dead. Yeah. Sorry, 1. So
we both inflicted 2 wounds.
2 wounds, but I have the Vexilia. So you win I win combat by 1.
Let me just double check if they are stubborn. I never thought I would run into this situation.
I think they are stubborn. Because that's how
they are stubborn. So I'm leadership 9.
Okay.
Watch me fail this and get run down.
I would love this to happen actually. How funny would this be? 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh. Ooh. Tight squeeze, eh?
Yeah, there was some butt clenching going on there, guys.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn 4. It's not looking good for me. Let's count up some points, see where we stand, because maybe there's no point in carrying on, but there's something inside me that wants to carry on doing this. What do you think?
I mean, you've got an objective to claim. You're lying. I'm not.
I know. And I'm claiming this one as well.
Yes, you are. But I have Slay the Warlord.
And you have a unit in there that's going to come out.
So I can contest.
So you can contest. Yes. And we're back, and we are moving on to turn 4. Because Stevie is right, I do still have 2 scoring aligned units alive. One of them is very tough to shift. Nearly 1 combat as well. Which, yeah, a little giggle there. Nervous giggle. So what I'm going to do is I've moved forward onto the objective. I know I could have stayed put and have Pride of the Fury of the Legion, but there was a couple that couldn't see, so I moved up to now see everything. 14 shots, hitting on 2s. All hits.
Of course.
And wounding on 4s. So that is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 2-up saves, sir.
7 2-ups. So that's 1 more dead.
1 more dead. Bringing them down slowly.
Let's get one on the shield, guys.
Perfect. Okay, and guess what? Back into combat we go. So it's your time to shine.
So I'm still getting now 3 attacks with the 2 guys engaged with more than 1.
Mm-hmm.
The sergeant goes separate, and only 1 guy on 2 attacks. Okay, so sergeant hitting on 2s.
Perfect.
Sorry, I'll get closer.
Yep.
2s.
All hit this time.
And 5s and 6s are so
that's what you want.
Yeah. So wait.
1 normal save.
Yeah.
1 normal because it's still AP3.
So let me just do the other guys who all hit at the same time. So hitting on 3s.
Is it 2 attacks each they have?
2 attacks each, but 2 are in base-to-base combat with... sorry, only 1 is in base-to-base combat now because we've thinned out the ranks.
Okay.
So that many attacks.
Perfect.
So hitting on 3s because of Deathwing. Let's see, there we go. Wounding on 2s, 5s, 2 instant death. So one more instant death.
And two more saves,
two
right?
more saves, yeah.
One
so
more
three
into there,
normal
and three
instant death.
Okay, so 4-ups with 4-ups. I'll do the Murderous Strike first because you have to. All passed.
Of course.
And 3 of these, which are 4-ups. Guess what? No wounds again. Okay, so Apothecary going in, hitting on 5s, wounding on not that, but that. And then, yeah, you can do your 2-up because it's initiative based. Passed. And then we have, again, 5 attacks. Hitting on...
These are disgusting.
Hitting on 4s. And 2 wounds at AP2. Please, let's take another one off. It's another one off. Now, you've lost combat again.
Yep.
Taken another one off.
So, I am stubborn.
Stubborn.
So...
Please fail. Come on, make me giggle a bit. Make you panic. Like,
I mean,
if
I want... You know what?
If I can take this down...
I want them to fail, because next turn...
Yeah, I'm going to have... Maybe I even...
You don't have your heavy.
I can still save it. Like, I don't have heavy, but I have 4 passing rerollable and feel no pain. Okay, let's go.
Get... Nope.
Passed. Okay, so that's the end of turn 4. Now, going on to turn 5. Let's count up some points and see you there. Okay, we would be going into turn 5. We could play turn 5. We could even play turn 6. But we have deliberated here in the studio. We've counted up the points. And there is no chance now that the Imperial Fist, as much as it hurts, can win today's fight. We're going to talk about it. We're going to tell you exactly what's happening. Now, on kill points, which is one of the main missions for this mission, which is actually called... Shall we check with me?
I'll do it so off camera, if you want to explain what your next moves would have been.
Yes.
And then I'll explain what mine would have been. We'll
so,
a bit of a...
basically, he is winning by 11 points
death toll.
Death toll. So he's killed 10 units. And
11?
No, 10 units, and he has slayed the Warlords for an extra point, taking him to 11. I've only killed 6 units to this point. So, I am not going to get Slay the Warlords, just because I am not going to go through that. With this, he's going to kill this, like, I can guarantee it, because you've seen how lethal they are. So he's going to go up to 12. This is probably going to carry on being a thing.
I would say you're going to win that one.
And if I actually win it, if you fail a stubborn leadership, and I get a max of 3 points for this objective for War of Lies, which we do at the end, I'm still going to only get 9 points.
And this is
your already 12 points.
Okay, and we are on turn 5, so we still have another turn after this.
Yes.
After this one, rather.
Yep.
So if they die, a couple of torrent shots. And most importantly, my line squad in there will come here to claim my double objective.
Yes.
12-inch move, 6-inch disembark.
Yeah. Or you could even just move on to here and contest. So
I don't want to get close to that unit.
Friendly handshake. Amazing game. A win to the Dark Angels. Let's talk about it all. End of game conclusion coming right up.
So, alright guys, that was it. That was quite something, as usual, with Pardo. It was brutal. The death toll, I think,
death.
It always happens, like around turn 2, turn 3, like, is it only turn 2, turn 3?
So 18 units have died, have perished.
Yeah.
And we haven't played the last couple of turns either, so it could have been at worse.
I mean, I can see that unit of Phalanx Warders just taking on all comers on that objective and just...
So cool. You just imagine, like, shield, hack,
yeah.
Shield, hack.
It's like something out of Last Kingdom.
Exactly. We've got 300, right? The fight.
Yeah.
Instead of spears, we have worse.
Axes.
I think an axe hacking you over shield is worse.
Transhuman Space Marine with an axe.
Crazy stuff. But look, a really good, enjoyable game.
Yeah.
As we stated at the beginning, we actually tried to bring as much of a competitive list as possible, bring as many units so that we're competitive as possible. And you have seen in a couple of occasions on both sides just how good things are, especially the Phalanx. I think it's the main talking point, how much they survive. Like, we had a full unit or a full retinue with obviously Stevie G's Warlord, who is a mega boss when it comes to combat.
Yes.
Just about kill a unit that was pinned for wasn't getting the full perk.
Yeah.
And then we've seen an Inner Circle Knight unit which demolishes anything it touches, as you've seen in previous battle reports against the Word Bearers with DC, Death Guard, Iron Warriors, just not being able to go through a 5-man. So, yeah, I think that's the first talking point. It's a bit too much, isn't it?
It is a bit too much. I mean, too many bonuses, and the bonuses, they aren't consistent. So, for example, the pinning, which I thought, well, pinning should take away any perks.
Everything.
Because you're pinned.
Yeah.
You're literally current friend. No, it just took away one of them.
The +1 invulnerable save.
Which is a pretty powerful one, but still the re-rolling and
I still had the 5-up. I still had the 5-up re-rolling, and if it wasn't Murderous Strike, I still had my Feel No Pain, which was crazy. Obviously, on this last Phalanx squad, they weren't ping, so they were getting full packs, and they were on objective. So Heart of the Legion was a 4-up because of the +1 from the normal Feel No Pain.
I mean, if you optimize this list and brought 4 of them, filling out your troops.
So the list, I think we're going to have a little talk and chat about maybe another time about a pure, filthy, competitive list.
I think
personally,
you've got the beginnings of
that. I think personally, you don't need to invest and don't need to tax on anything like Land Raiders, because you invest on those type of vehicles because you want to assault out of them. You don't want to assault out of them because you lose the +1 weapon skill and all the other perks. You lose the reroll as well because they've moved or they've charged. So you basically want to invest them in either walk-in or invest them in rhinos, where you run up the field or flat out of the field onto an objective, disembark and just wait there. And you're winning the game because of it.
They will camp an objective.
You are lying because you're using the content. I think it's a bit too much. I think it should never go to a 4-up reroll. I don't mind the 5-up reroll. I still think it's very, very good. I don't think either they should get Heart of the Legion.
The 4-up rerollable
is crazy.
That is pure pain.
Yeah. And
you reroll your rerolls.
These type of units are looking for those objectives, so they will be getting Heart of the Legion. So personally, to make it better, I'm still saying it's good. I would remove Hearts of the Legion from them, and I would make it cap it to 5-up rerollable, which makes it a bit more narrative in the sense of it's still a stone gauntlet and all that jazz. Yeah, they're not better than Cataphracts. No, which is what they become. Exactly, and they're heavy type as well. So if you're actually firing the templates and stuff, obviously I put the Apothecary in it. I lose it, but it's worth it. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Now let's talk a bit about the Dark Angels. First time using the Dark Angels. You are a big fan of the Dark Angels. Yes, you've been wanting to use them. I've been nice enough to lend them to you. Benjamin the painter must be going, oh wow, that's different. But talk a bit about your first, obviously, outing with them, and especially some of the key units. I think something as well, sorry, before we go on, something that makes Dark Angels so good is the extra doctrine you give to each unit. Like, I'm Imperial Fists, my whole army gets one thing. When you're building lists with Dark Angels, you're going, oh, I'm putting las cannons which don't have a reroll and I'm hidden twos. So I make them a certain wing so they reroll those ones. And we have seen them come into play now. It's great because you have the miniature version of a Legion trait. So, for example, my troops with Stormwing, I believe it is. Stormwing suddenly have my Legion trait. Yeah, I hit with bolters on a 2. That's pretty nice. Only bolters, not all bolt weapons. But that's pretty nice. The Iron Wing reroll ones to hit against vehicles. That's pretty nice. And also gets snap firing on 5 ballistic skill 2 instead, which is a great perk. Deathwing hit on 1 better than normal if they're wielding a sword, which is a bit of smacks a bit of Blood Angels, like it's a mix of everything. Children. And it's that one, especially the Deathwing, the +1 to hit is so good because in this edition you hardly see things hitting on a 2s. Yeah. Even if you're really heavy, you have to double it to get into 2s. So it's the likes of Primarchs or going into vehicles when you're hitting on 2s. But having most of your core elite units hitting on 2s against good units is very broken. Good. Yeah. And Terranic Greatswords. Yeah. Probably the best all-round weapon, melee weapon. So good. I mean, so good. And let's talk about the Black Knights with the plasma of death, doom things. They are horrible. They're disgusting. That's another thing. We've talked about the Phalanx. Imagine 3 units of 10 of these guys. Again, moving forward, I would invest on Land Raiders because you do want to survive a bit more with them. Yeah. Piling them out and then just staying there because if something shoots at you, you're shooting back. If something charges you, you're shooting back. You do have rad grenades, so when something charges you, you're giving them a -1 toughness. They do have weapon skill 5, if I'm not mistaken, and as well. Attacks. And 2 attacks each. And if I'm not mistaken, bolt pistol and a close combat weapon. Yes, that's I think what it is. I don't think they have weapon skill 5, but I think they have. Mike, comments in the section and we'll check after this anyway. The other thing that's good about them is that they are Dreadwing. So if you're firing with Volkite, with
Salamander's traits,
they have it as well. They are such a good unit, which if you start building a army based around them, it would be horrendous to play against.
You basically what your Storm Gauntlets, I believe it's called,
Storm Gauntlets,
and what the Interemptor Dreadwing do is they cancel out all options for the opponent. You aren't winning with those units by themselves. You rely on your enemy just getting fed up and going, and just charging and dying.
Yeah.
So you're basically guaranteeing that your opponent doesn't have a good time. Don't like it.
You have to really start thinking beyond the initial game of how to deal with these units, which is quite tiring actually.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the end of us. Hope you've enjoyed it. We've enjoyed it in the studio.
Just quickly. Would you change anything from your list?
From my list, I would just obviously if we're talking about today about competitive lists, I would add more phalanx, which I do have 10 more, which I could add. I think I need a bit more long range Daka, having something like a heavy support squad of las cannons, for example, hiding in a ruin. There's a Warlord trait for the Imperial Fist that if you are in a terrain piece, you're re-rolling 1s. So 10 las cannons hitting on 3s, re-rolling 1s, you know the jazz. It's
I mean, that would be horrible to play against.
It would be horrible to
play. And it would...
But you just tell me, what would you add? So it was like...
No, we're talking cheese here, so we might as well. So, yeah, pretty much the same. I would dispense with the Land Raiders. As great as they are, they did great work.
Too much
and the Cythereans,
too much tanks.
Maybe a Leviathan or two kitted out for
which we do have.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horribleness.
We have it kitted out as horribleness.
And yeah, more Interemptor squads. Like you say, just basically, if those two armies ever met, you just have two guys staring at each other, daring the other one to make the first move.
Yeah.
And neither would.
Let's just be friends. Let's just be friends.
Let's hug it out.
This is why we're both loyalists, right? Anyway, that's the end of us. Again, if you want to be an SM Plus subscriber and help us out at the same time and get extra content, which we have a lot of extra content on SM Plus, click the join button below. If not, just like the button, comment. That helps our algorithm out, and we'll go from there. So from me and Stevie, that's the end of us. We'll see you next time.